Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 76 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner,
Hello.
Creamcast, Dark Side,
Yo.
and myself, the Ed Underground, the Alpha Baby. How you guys doing?
Oh,
Very good, very good.
You little bitch. You want to start with this?
No.
Is this what you want to start it off with?
This Quantumania. Quantumania.
It's gonna be Quantumania right now.
So why are you referring to yourself as Alpha? And...
So I'll do it really quick then, if you guys insist.
Well, I'm sure you do. Maybe that's no problem.
I'm sure you'll try. Go for it.
Well, no, I'll say the true story, and I'm sure you guys will twist it like you always do.
All right, come on. One pump chump, come on.
All right, so there is this woman I dated 10 plus years ago, and I broke up with her, if you will say breakup, not just dating wise, but friendship wise. And during that conversation of breaking up with her, she went from very verbal abusive to, oh, I miss you, blah, 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 please don't do that. So cut it off then. As years go by, constant phone calls, constant texts, not just from one number, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, not eight, not nine, not 10, not 11, not 12, but 13. Yes, 13 numbers from the same person throughout 10 plus years.
Wow.
I've ignored, I've blocked, I've said go away. And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now you have two stalkers.
Who was the second? Oh, God. Oh, because you guys said that the person that I have blocked is Alpha, so which made no sense. So no. 13 numbers within a span of 10 plus years. Plus.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, just missed the
I told you.
Oh, here we go.
The gold.
Okay, here we go.
Wow.
Operation Carne Asada has begun.
Yeah. See,
first we took down your cameras.
Yeah.
Now we're taking down your audio.
Yeah.
Rigged.
Now here we go. Okay. Awesome.
Rigged.
So what I was saying is that I was
very
proud.
I was
proud of the Ed Underground.
Beginning.
He heard you. They heard you.
He heard you, bitch.
Oh,
reading comprehension. This is what happens when you're alpha. You just don't read.
We should have let him. We should have let him read.
No, it would have been when you're alpha. People can hear you.
So all I was saying earlier was that I was very proud for Ed being able to read or be able to count to 1 through 13 seamlessly. I was very, very concerned. Sweating bullets, actually. Second of all, the second point I was making is, like, I said, like, hey, what makes you alpha in this situation? Because what it sounds like to me is that a girl that you had broken up with 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago, and somehow she's always able to still take your time and make your somehow you're always available to answer her calls. Now,
no,
alpha,
hold on. The only times that I have answered because I didn't know it was her was in the beginning of this whole text phone call scenario. Up until now has been a gap of not answering or getting a, what is it called? Not scam likely, but a possible whatever.
Okay.
But up until this point, I accidentally answered.
Yeah, and why do you stay on the phone?
Because
why do you stay on the phone?
Exactly.
Wait, what?
Why do you stay on the phone once you actually pick up the phone and realize it's her? She has a very distinct voice.
Like I said, well, to you guys outside of this podcast, like I said to you guys privately, that I answered not knowing it was her the first time.
Why did you? We know why. We know why.
I answered who was. I asked her who it was, and she said who, whatever.
But
hold on, put it on mute. Let her Literally talked for 5 minutes, unmuted, said, gotta go, hung up, bye. Second time within the span of a few days, picked up the phone, different number, didn't know who it was. Within like 2 seconds, gotta go, bye.
Okay, so what it sounds like to me is that you're not answering a question. You're giving a long explanation.
I just answer your questions.
No,
what are you talking about? I'm not like on the phone, like, hey, how's it going? So, how's the kids?
It doesn't matter.
No.
Okay, so let me tell my side of the story, right? Let me talk.
How can you tell your side of the story when you weren't?
Because we knew her all at one point. I used to talk to her.
You knew her back then.
So
but
exactly.
in the process of now,
she hasn't called me since. So the thing is this.
Wonder why.
So this is the thing. So let me tell the full story. So this woman that Ed used to date, I mean, we were at a ripe young age. We were like 20. She was like 40 at the time. And so she was well aware of how the world works and so forth. We were naive young men. So she used to call us all the time and speak a lot of gibberish, say a lot of crazy shit, like off the rails shit. Like
crazy.
She hated, like, one thing she hated was lesbians. She hated lesbian women. I don't know why. I don't know why she had such a thing with lesbian women, but she was obsessed. And when I say obsessed with lesbians. So she used to call, talking about, man, these damn lesbians and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I got tired of hearing her bullshit. So what I did was, one day I said, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. I sent her copious amounts of erotic material that somehow has a central theme dealing with two women being together. I didn't look it up for my own pleasure, but I knew that if there was any way to stop, I had told her plenty of times, stop talking to me, stop texting me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. She still would call. So what I did was, remember, we were all mutual friends at this point. So I sent her this thing. I sent her the one thing that she hated more than anything in this world.
Than life itself.
I gave her her one true enemy in life, and that was lesbianism.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, that was her kryptonite. Like she literally, like, she was real in pain from it. So I sent her this material. I sent her this reading material.
You were like, sorry, cream kind of smells like Metallo. Like your chest starts to open, and it's just like the Pornhub intro video. Lesbian porn.
Just nothing but lesbian porn. So I sent her this erotic material and say, hey, just to let you know, this is what I represent. I support this. She became so disgusted with me. She never called me again. She never called me.
Alpha move.
I mean,
super.
That is not an alpha move.
I did this, and I didn't do this.
Worked.
I didn't do this with joy in my heart. I did it because I knew that if she knew that I would ever be associated with this, which I didn't care. Like, if you are gay, lesbian, trans, whatever, hey, it's your life. Be happy. As long as people are not dealing with kids, I don't care what you do with your free time. Do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you happy. Life is short. You deserve to be happy. So I knew that by doing this, that she would never contact me again. And sure enough, 10 years later, she has never called me one time. Now, the one thing that could prevent her from calling me is that a couple of years later, after this point, I changed my number. I had changed my number from a New York number to a Virginia number. So there's no way at that point she could ever call me if she wanted to. I told the Ed Underground several times. Ed
Underground, hold on. Ed Underground, how many times did you change your number?
I've never changed my number.
Interesting. All right, go on.
So
go on.
I gave the secret sauce to the Ed Underground. I said, Ed Underground, if you want to get rid of our mutual friend at one point, I said, Ed, please just send her this. She will never talk to you again. The Ed Underground is a man of morals, apparently, and values. And he said, I would never do such a thing. But I said, Ed, if you truly are tired of her, do not give her any time. As soon as she calls, hang up on her, block her number. Don't stay on the phone with her more than the 2 seconds it takes to register her annoying ass voice into your ears.
That's exactly what I did.
No, but that's not what you just did, because you just said yourself.
Like I said,
that you had talked to her for 5 minutes. You had her on the phone.
Whoa! I didn't say I didn't say I talked to her for 5 minutes.
Listen,
I put her on mute and walked away. And then when I got back, unmuted, said gotta go. Bye.
Eduardo.
Second time within the same week. Answered, not knowing it was her because it's a different number again. Realized who it was, hung up.
But the
Less
problem
than 2
isn't that the
seconds.
problem isn't what you're doing. The problem is how she
It wasn't 2
perceives you
seconds.
and how she feels that she can
I
do
said the
that.
second time it was 2 seconds because I picked up the phone for
How much was the
another-
first time then? No, when you started
The first
messaging
time
us,
this year.
those messages were
first time
more
this
than
year.
2 minutes apart, talking about her going off and
Yeah,
off
it
and
was
off and
5
off and
minutes. The
off.
first time this year. The first time answered, not knowing who it was because it's a different number. Realized who it was, put on mute, walked away, came back, still
Sure.
talking. Unmute, gotta go, bye.
Sure. But the thing is that
Yeah,
Second
but the thing is, you
time-
gotta.
just like Darkseid said,
Second
the fact
time,
that she has access
answered,
to you,
another number,
she has
said,
access
gotta
to you
go,
at any
bye.
point in time. You say all these
Yes.
things, yes. You say, "Oh, she calls me, I put it on mute, and I just walk away." The thing is that she knows that you have access. She has access to you. You pick up the phone. Once you know it's her, you still entertain a conversation.
I don't.
I stopped
have a
that
You just said
conversation.
you said you muted it.
Yes, I
Instead of-
muted it.
instead
The
of-
second-
She
the
thought,
first
yeah, but
time
she-
this year.
She thought you were
You
listening,
enabled
right?
that second call.
You're enabling
yeah,
it.
She
You're
thought,
enabling it.
yeah.
Not enabling
100%.
it.
You already
The first time you were.
The other times, I didn't mute or anything. I said, "Don't want
guys.
to talk to you. Gotta go." Boom, hung up.
It has a good
for the
point.
number.
It has a good point. Right now, guys, we're victim blaming. This is why we said she's the alpha, Ed is the beta, or
Absolutely.
Yeah.
she's the
Absolutely.
hunter.
Rigged.
She's the
All
hunter.
I'm saying
This is
is,
rigged.
He's the prey.
why
This is
was
rigged.
Ed dressed like that? Is all I'm saying. Okay,
Yeah,
he
Wait,
was
what?
asking to be assaulted by Stephanie.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Well, I theorize
What?
that
What?
I think he's developing some kind of his
Stockholm.
body's
Stockholm?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think his body's evolving to like
To a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan?
That
Sure.
is true.
yeah.
I
To
was
fit
gonna say-
into
The Ultra
crevices
Instinct?
and
Yeah.
small spaces.
yeah, sure.
Makes no
I was
sense.
gonna say that your dreads are making you look more feminine, but sure.
Oh, that's true.
Whoa, if that's where
like
your
his-
eyes look.
You know how
Life-
there's that,
I can't.
Life finds a way,
No, no,
Ed, is
I
all
know.
I'm saying.
You're
Remember
right.
those frogs that turn from male to female in
Yes.
Jurassic Park? That's
Yes.
kind of
No.
what's happening to you.
No,
You wish it was.
what's happening more
You
by him
wish.
turning into a woman? It's like that butterfly that
Still
when it
all
opens
man,
its wings, it
baby.
resembles a snake, or I think it's a bug
Yeah.
or something.
You see how this is
He's-
twisted?
Physically transforming into what is most repellent.
Thank
damn.
you.
So
Thank
basically,
you.
once it turns into a woman,
Internets.
our friend will have no more one for him.
Okay. Okay. Well,
All right.
the
False.
the whole thing we were talking about, like, going back to alpha.
False.
I mean, the reason why we brought up that whole alpha thing was the fact that we believe that the person who's doing the hunting is the more alpha person than the
Yeah.
prey. And see, the thing is that with this person, this individual,
well, if
I
this
haven't
person
talked to her- I
isn't
haven't talked to
alpha,
her
then it's
in-
not doing a good job.
I haven't talked to her in 10 years. And I was able to cut ties with her pretty much indefinitely. Like we haven't talked since then. I haven't spoken a word to her ever since that moment. I clearly established my boundaries and my lines. She didn't agree to it, and she got cut off. You, on the other hand, instead of setting boundaries, like if you truly don't want to talk to her, there are ways that you can just not talk to her ever again.
And I did the last.
It's not effective.
The
Not
last
effective.
conversation I had
Not
10
effective.
plus years ago,
Not
and ever
effective.
since then, I've been saying no. Do not.
Okay,
call
so
me
all right,
anymore.
all right.
But
So
okay.
let me
Boom.
answer me this one question. If you did this 10 years ago, would you say it's effective? You did a good job, or has it not worked?
It's effective on my part because I set my boundaries, my standards.
So then there's no problem.
and I
You're
cut it
good.
off.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, the problem
I'm
is
good.
that's
Apparently,
bullshit.
hold on, she's not though because apparently she must miss me or something for me.
Well,
to get,
who keeps bringing this up? Because she doesn't contact us. You're the
I'm
one
sure
who.
she probably has.
No, the crazy part
You're
is
the one. You're the
I'm
one
sure she
who
probably
gripes.
has. She has Green Tuner's number, Dark Side's number,
But she hasn't
the
called
one
any
who
of
should
us.
not be
hasn't called
named
me.
number.
yeah.
Doesn't call
He
us.
hasn't.
Well,
She
she
has
doesn't
not
call
called-
you because she doesn't have your number apparently.
Well,
Dark
what-
Side.
Whatever the
Mine.
whatever
She
the
has
reason
not called
is.
mine.
Whatever the reason
Wait, what?
is.
She hasn't called
I'm
my
just
number.
laying it down.
No, but the problem is this is where it comes with the
You
alpha
guys
thing.
just hating because you don't have some girl calling you from 10 years ago trying to get back with you.
That's
all
true.
it is.
That's true.
Sure,
All right,
yeah,
guys.
haters.
I got us
Okay,
there.
Hey.
sure.
Got us there.
Yeah,
Just
you guys
go
there
ahead.
Got us
because
there.
Anybody would love a psychotic,
Mhm.
gay hating, transphobic, super Christian woman stalking
Mhm.
them. And the thing is this, like the funny thing, and I brought this up before to the Ed Underground. Ed Underground keeps saying, "Oh, y'all just jealous because you don't have a woman from 10 years ago stalking you." But this woman literally, this is not a figure of speech, has mental issues. Like, and I'm not talking
Yeah.
about like mental issues in the sense of, haha, just being funny. Like, no, she has literally
No.
psychotic
Legit.
issues. So it's like, hey, like I'm what I said to the at Underground, I was like, it's like coming to us and saying, hey guys, you're jealous that I keep getting herpes and you guys don't get it. It's a reoccurring
That
disease.
makes
Okay,
no
this is how it
sense.
makes sense because she is the
No
disease. She's a
sense.
disease that keeps coming back. No matter how much you try to get rid of her, she keeps coming back. There's always flare-ups of her. And the thing is that none of us are excited.
This is
None of
very
us are excited.
interesting.
No one's excited about getting hurt. No one's saying like, "Oh my god, yes, I got flare-ups today." Like I'm
Yeah.
excited. No one is saying
And I'm not either.
when this girl calls, when this
But you're
woman,
bragging about it.
Bragging
Yes.
about it.
when
Yeah.
this woman
Yeah,
calls,
because you guys keep saying, "Oh, she's the alpha," when apparently, not
she
not
is the alpha
apparently,
one.
she isn't the alpha.
She can
Absolutely
command.
is.
She can take
Alphas
the
don't
time.
get denied. You look up alpha. Alphas do not get
No.
denied.
No.
Alphas
Alphas,
put
no bullshit.
a
Alphas get denied.
stand to what they're doing.
No,
Well,
alphas get denied.
alphas don't accept that. No, right?
Yes.
They keep
Okay.
pushing.
They keep
They
pushing.
keep coming. They
She-
keep
And that's why I'm the
hunting.
alpha.
Yeah, she
They
keeps
keep.
hunting.
They keep.
Where
That's
are
on
you
Hey, you know what,
going?
Ed?
That's on the alpha.
Have you ever seen like a lioness chasing down like that weak gazelle that's always on the end? Like, I mean, she could go after all the other gazelles, but that weak gazelle is always there. She knows she's gonna pick it off. It's easy prey. It's easy. You know,
Well,
she's not gonna go.
thankfully, I'm
She's
the
not gonna go
lion,
after the
and
fast
not the
gazelle.
gazelle.
Yeah, we know
Thankfully,
who.
I'm a lion and
The
not a
funny thing,
gazelle.
the funny thing is that
Baby.
she has another person. She's always said that was her soulmate. That is the person that she always wants to be with. That was her future husband. And then, but the thing is, that man got married. He's with a whole ass woman. He has a whole ass family without her. So what did she do? She went for the weak gazelle. She could have gone. She tried to go for that strong gazelle, but that strong gazelle outran her, outpaced her. Is with a whole nother herd.
I mean, I wouldn't refer to Mark as a gazelle, but hey,
But then
That's how the morning
I wouldn't refer to
comes out of his
Mark.
house.
I wouldn't refer to Mark as a gazelle, but hey,
all I'm saying is
because
that
I'm the lion.
you're
Hey,
not the
babe.
lion because at
Definitely
the
the
end of the day,
lion.
you would not.
You are not the lion.
You would let her. You would not. Let
I
her
have
call
not
you.
hung out with her. I have not had a conversation with her.
You
the
did have a
last
conversation
10
with her.
years.
Whether the
I did
conversation-
not have a conversation with
if you
her.
pick up
The
the
weak
phone,
gazelle doesn't hang out with the lions.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
If you get a phone call from an unknown number, you pick
I don't
up.
pick up.
answer.
I don't
Are
pick
you
up
going to
unknown
say
numbers.
nothing, or are you
I
going
don't
to say
answer.
hello?
I don't answer unknown numbers.
I don't answer.
That's
I
the
have
thing.
to. I have to answer unknown numbers because it could be a freelance job or something.
Well, that's
You
what
never know.
voicemail is for, my friend. That's voicemail.
Yeah, and what if they don't leave a voicemail?
Then guess
Or
what?
you just answer hello, wait,
I
and
answered
then
hello.
when you
and
find
of
out who
course
it
I
is,
wait.
within a second you hang up.
Yeah,
I have done that.
You have
Not
done,
well.
but no, that's not the only thing you do. You also stay on the phone with her, whether you are
I
on
do
mute.
not stay on the phone with her. Like I
If
said,
you put the phone on
the
mute,
first
my
time
God.
this year that she
You
called,
just said you put on mute, dude.
Okay.
yeah, I put on mute, walked
Okay.
away, came back, boom, still there.
So what does
Unmuted.
she what does
Okay,
she
no,
think
no,
is
Bye.
happening there?
Dark side. Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
If somebody that you didn't like, right? Somebody that you did not want to talk to whatsoever.
I block
if they called
numbers.
you, if they called you and
13.
and you knew it was them, what would be your very first response every single time?
Hold on. I didn't know it was them. Like I
Dark side,
said,
I'm talking to you.
13
What did you do? What would you do if you saw somebody?
numbers.
If it doesn't matter if it's a
Not
new
the
number or old
same
number.
number.
If you knew it was a person, that's why I say numbers. I said the person. If you
Mhm.
knew
You don't
that
know who
person
the person is until you answer.
Yeah,
If
hypothetical.
you answer, yeah,
Hypothetical.
Okay, let's say hypothetical. You answer. Yeah.
Hypothetical.
Yeah.
All right.
What would you do?
Let's say
One.
you get a
Ed,
freelance
let him answer.
opportunity.
Let me answer.
Ed, just
Go
let
ahead.
him
Why?
Because you guys are
answer.
twisting it again.
No, it's not.
No, we're not twisting
Yeah, you
it.
are.
We're putting the exact
No,
same
he
scenario.
said
It's
What if-
literally
if you picked up
Dark
the
side
phone,
answers the phone, just like you.
an unknown number, what are you going to do?
No, I didn't
Yeah.
say that.
same thing I do every
see-
time I
see,
get an
you're not-
unknown number. I hang up and I send that number lesbian porn. That's standard operating
operating
procedure.
There we go.
You know,
But see,
you
no,
nuke
Ed
the
is
earth.
twisting it. See, Ed is twisting it. I didn't say
How am I
if you got.
twisting it?
I didn't say if you got unknown number. I said if a person calls, listen
Mhm.
very carefully. I'm gonna say it
Mhm.
slowly. So this is for Dark Side and Green Tuner. If a
And
person calls that you do not like you do not want to talk to this person ever again in life, right? Doesn't matter if it's from a known number or unknown number, but you pick up the phone and you say hello, and you find out the person says hello, you recognize the voice. What is the thing? What is the one thing that you would do?
and what did I do? What I just said
No,
I
I'm just
did.
saying. No, what would you do?
The
A,
same thing
would
I
you
did.
hang up and keep it pushing immediately, or two, would you put them on mute and then do whatever and then let them talk to
You're
themselves for 5 minutes?
skipping what I
No,
said.
I'm saying no. I said put them
Hold
on
No, no,
mute.
no,
on.
no,
Let
no.
let
Hold
him
on.
finish.
Hold on, hold on.
He's
13
gonna change it.
calls.
He's
We got
gonna
Ed,
13
change it.
let him
numbers.
It's not. It
finish.
doesn't
No,
matter
no,
about the
I'm
13
not
numbers.
changing it.
It's not.
I'm not changing it. I
He's not
said,
asking. He's not asking
Let
you. He's
him
asking
finish. He's
us.
asking
hold
Okay,
on,
us.
hold
dark
on.
side.
But
Okay,
you're,
so
us.
dark
At
side
least
agrees
let
with
him
you.
finish
you're
his.
Dark
Let him
side
finish
agrees
his
here.
question.
Okay,
you're
we'll just ignore him.
skipping
We'll just
what
ignore
I'm
him.
saying.
Dark side
Okay.
agrees
You're
with it.
skipping
Between
what
the
I'm
two
saying.
scenarios,
You're
what would you guys
skipping what
do?
I'm
A or
saying.
B? Doesn't matter
Out
how
of
many
the
times they called.
13 times,
20 times they
one
Hey,
called
time
you.
I muted it.
hey,
Thank you.
yeah,
Dark
and then
side.
eventually
And
you just
I've
gotta
done
tell him
A.
stop fucking calling me
And
Yeah.
I've
and
done
hang up.
A.
Hang
And I've
up.
done
And just keep
exactly what
hanging
Green
up, right?
Tuner just
Green
said.
tuner.
You have to keep doing it until she gets it.
I've
Right.
done
And
that
now Green Tuner
No,
and Dark
no,
Side.
you
10 plus
don't.
Green Tuner and Dark
years.
Side. If this person kept calling you for
Mhm.
10 years, you've blocked 13 numbers. What
Yes.
would you eventually just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna change my number and get
Change
back
your
with you?
number.
Yes.
It's the
It
first
helps
thing.
Oh,
too,
I
because then
can't.
you
Change your
can
I can't
number.
change
narrow
my
down
number.
your contacts
I can't
to who
change my
you
number.
actually want to
Yes,
get
you
or
I
not.
got
can.
so
Yes, you
many.
can.
No, I
Guys,
got so many
this is alpha tactics.
contacts.
Yeah,
Alpha
this is
is
I got
really,
so many
yeah,
alpha.
this is,
contacts.
yeah,
I
too
have a
much
lot of
for you.
contacts
Same number for
too.
years. I have so many contacts.
I know you have to be an alpha to do this. It's hard to do. It's not easy.
I
It's
don't want
alpha
to
But
lose
move.
the
possible
funny is
job
alphas
prospects
make
because I changed my
hard
number.
moves. This is the
And I
alpha
have made
thing.
hard moves. I've blocked
Honestly, not.
13 numbers.
Oh yeah, block 13
And out
numbers.
of the
Congratulations.
13 numbers that I said, leave me alone, one time, just one time, I put it on mute and walked away. You're
That's you
skipping.
continue.
Hold on.
That's you
I'm not done
So
talking.
you gave her
I'm not
hope.
done
So
talking.
she thinks that she
I'm
can
not
keep
done
doing it
talking.
because she's getting
I'm not
closer.
done talking.
And it's amazing that she
I'm
can
not done
continue to do
talking.
it, which is
You guys
crazy.
skipped the
She can
other
continue to do it
times
for
I
10
said,
years,
leave me
and
alone
he'd
and
be
hung
like,
up.
"Oh my
I
goodness,
put on
I'm
mute
an alpha
one
now."
time.
How do you
One
go from
time.
being
I
readily
am the alpha.
accessible
I am
for
the
10
alpha.
years and
I am
then
the
be like,
alpha.
"I'm the alpha male"?
Oh, I'm definitely the alpha.
Just because
I've
a
been the alpha
psychotic
10
woman
plus years
calls you,
ago.
and you're being
No,
delusional.
because it went from nagging and whatever to say, you know what, done with this, boom, move on to, oh, I miss you. I want you back in my life. Yeah, so alpha baby.
Dark side. I feel like are we like in a bizarre world where you
You
get
guys are in a
stalked?
bizarre world.
You get stalked by a woman, and you're like, hey, that makes me an alpha.
Well,
Nobody.
whatever I did must make her miss me. So hey,
Yes,
I
Bandito
am the
Mac, you're
alpha.
right.
Yeah.
He is top
He's
G.
top G.
He is
Yeah.
top G right here.
He
Like,
is top G
he's
for
getting
sure.
stalked by the
Boom.
one woman. Like, and this is the
Yeah.
thing.
And-
This is the funny thing about this woman. This woman, nobody wants her because she is absolutely insane. She's almost
Insane.
probably 50 at this point.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
Speaking of animals, didn't she say she could talk to wolves or some shit like that? If I
Something
remember
like that.
correctly?
No,
Yeah.
she sees coyotes that don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she does
Spirit
commune with
coyotes.
nature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
does
she
communicate.
communicates with
and
them.
she can now and before fully bench press Ed.
That's true.
I don't think so, but
That's
how would
very
you
true.
know this? Even if she did.
She
You
had
what?
she had biceps.
She did.
My
Yeah,
friend.
she was
She
fit
She
as
was
fuck.
built.
Yeah, she
She
was
was
built.
built.
That's the one thing I would give her. She was
Yeah.
built. She was built like she had a crazy power to be tan in the winter. I don't know how she did it, but for some reason she was always tan. I'm like, do you go outside? Are you talking to the coyotes and the wolves and so forth? It's crazy. But this is she had
Muscle mommy.
Muscle mommy.
For-
Yeah. She was a muscle mommy for sure. Like she was
Yeah, this
definitely
muscle mommy could one day snap and stab you in your sleep.
yeah.
So that's the wrong muscle
Yeah.
mommy.
And this is the crazy thing. Like the Ed keeps saying alpha. Like you're
Hold
alpha
on.
to
I
a
never
woman.
brought the term alpha until you said she was, which she's not.
She
So it
is the
makes no
alpha.
sense.
She
Ed,
is absolutely
Definitely
we
not.
saw her
Ed,
with you, man.
We were scared for your life. We were scared
So
for you.
you saw her with me, right? But who was the
Yeah.
one that ended it? And who's the one that's calling and texting
Ed,
back?
you
Yeah,
did
women
that
get out
fear.
of
It ain't
abusive
this guy.
relationships all the time.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know what I don't know what you said.
He said women.
I said,
Oh, go ahead.
like the betas get out of toxic relationships all the time. It's not an alpha move to end the relationship.
Yeah, it is actually an alpha move in a relationship because you're the one taking the stand. You're the one making the decision.
Because you were being abused for so long. We used to tell you that.
Yeah.
I remember we used to hang out with you, and we were like, "Hey, come hang out with us." And
Wait a
then,
minute. Now that I think about it,
hmm,
the day I ended it with her, you were on the phone with us.
was I?
I?
Yes, you know.
Who?
Creamcast.
I was on the
Oh, okay.
phone.
I wasn't
Yes, you
there.
were.
I don't think
I
so.
remember it. It was back when I was in the park court. We were on the phone, and I ended it right there.
I don't remember
And then
this.
he went from to oh, I miss you. Please don't.
And
I remember that.
at the end of the day, honestly, I don't. I blocked this woman out of my mind. So if that did
Yeah,
happen,
later.
congratulations. But the thing is, like I said, as the real true alpha,
Which is me.
I stopped. She has not called me one time. Well, one, I don't want her to call me as if like I was her past lover because that's just weird.
I don't want to call me
I
either.
would never. But the thing is, I would never date a woman like that. Like if I can't be safe, if I know I can't be safe around
Well,
her.
we didn't know how she was until later.
Oh
None of us
bullshit!
knew.
What
What
the
the
fuck
I didn't
are
know.
you talking about?
I didn't know till
You
later.
knew she was
Bye,
insane.
Later
Yeah,
to
later.
what?
We
Yeah,
were all introduced by her by
that
that name who shall not be spoken.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but after the first time you meet that person,
You know,
you're terrified.
It wasn't.
First time you
it
drove with
wasn't
that
right
person, I
away.
thought I was going to die.
It
I
wasn't
thought I
right
was going
away.
through
Yeah.
that windshield.
It wasn't right away. It was in stages.
Oh, it was right away, my friend.
It was right
Look,
away.
I told you.
Oh, come on. We hold on.
look,
we all hold
listen.
on.
We hung out with her, yes.
Yeah.
We
We all
hung
hung
out.
out. That's
Not
what,
just
look,
Oh,
one
that-
day.
oh yeah, yeah.
Listen.
Not just
and-
1 week. Not just 1 month.
I know.
Not just
Listen.
1 year.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Like I told you, I love her as a friend, or I used to love her as a friend. But any of us, we all had the same disgust
Yes,
when
we
you
did.
two got
but
together.
we didn't know how
Yes.
God
What
did
does that tell you
until
about how we felt?
time
about
passed.
her
Only one of us
romantically?
was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All everybody.
all of us were like,
Yeah.
Only one of us was like,
I could date her. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
only one of us and this whole group.
only one of us.
There
We
was
all saw the same. We all witnessed the same coyote stuff and craziness.
Oh, that
and-
stuff was like later, like towards the end. That was like
I don't know about that.
None of that.
I don't
You have
know
some
about
selective
that.
memory.
none of
You
that
have
was mentioned
very
until
selective
later.
memory.
Yeah,
Very
And so do
selective.
you guys apparently.
No,
And- Okay.
So you're
remember
saying
when-
the three of
no.
us are remembering? All three of us remember it wrong. That's what
Okay.
you're saying.
I didn't
This
see
is
all
how-
three remembering wrong.
No. This is how well I remember this. We would be hanging out, and you would have to step out at a certain time at night. I think it was like 10
Yeah.
or something
Yep.
to go do prayers over the phone for like an hour or two.
yes.
Do you remember this?
Yes, remember that.
Yeah, you were
Isn't that
gone
Exactly.
in that. You were in that staircase, the
Staircase.
stairwell
Staircase.
for
Or
hours.
or he would
No,
go into
not
his car,
hours,
or he
for
would be,
like what
You
So
know,
feels
how
it
can
was
you
a
say that we
long
have
time.
horrible memories when we remember details like this?
or
I
he would be in
don't-
his car.
I
Remember,
don't
remember,
not
remember he would
remember
drive.
that.
Remember he would drive to his house.
Yeah,
to
and
our
drive
friend's
back.
house, and then he would leave. He would either have to leave immediately, or he'll be in his car for hours, and they'd be
Yep.
like, "Where
Yeah.
are you, Ed?" And you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm in the car. I'm talking to old girl," and we'd be like, "The fuck? Like, why are you talking to her?" She's like, she's wanting to pray or something like that." And be like, "Dude, just come in," and then you would come in, literally walk into the
On
to
the phone.
on the phone, and you will be like, you would do, give us the finger, like, "Hey,
Yep.
1 minute,
Yep.
I'll be back." You go out into the to the stairwell, and then we'll be like, "What the fuck? Like, where are you
Oh,
at?"
hold on. Not communicating with.
Coyote experience.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much it was that.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
No, but
No.
we knew all those details about it. We all knew how crazy she was.
It was
or
a
she
horrible
is.
time in your. It was
Yeah,
a horrible
but
time
it
in your
was-
life, Ed. Let's just be real.
It was getting like crazy that stages. We
I
all knew.
believe that. I believe that she got worse.
Yes.
But even back then, we knew.
The funny thing is, she was
Yet
the
we
beginning.
all continue to hang out with her.
She was
apparently.
no, because the reason why we hung out with her. See, this is the real thing. You're not telling the real reason. The reason why we hung out with her is, one, she was friends with our other friend,
the one who cannot be named.
who shall not be named,
Mhm.
and then
Voldemort.
Voldemort. Yeah, like we can't speak his name. And then also because you were dating her, so you guys
Yes.
were a
Hold on.
package
Now
deal.
I wasn't dating her right away. I think I dated her like what
No, you dated her like a
3
year,
years.
like a year or two.
Yeah, after 3
It
years.
was no,
yeah,
it was,
that's even more
yeah,
messed up.
That's
but we were all
worse.
still around her for
No,
after
we had
during
to-
that time.
Well, we
But
had to be.
none of us dated her except you.
We had to be around her because she was a package deal. Anytime we would go out with just the guys,
Yeah,
you would be
she'd
like,
be
you
there.
would tell her like, "Hey, we're meeting at Omega, right?" And then she would show up at Omega, or
Yeah.
she'll be
Oh
with you.
God, I remember
And
now.
then,
Shit.
then we were stuck with her. And then
Yep.
there would become points in time where I'd be
And-
like, yeah, guys, I gotta go. I'm like, me and her used to get into it a couple times. And I would just be like,
Yeah, I do remember.
I'm like,
that.
I'm being
Yeah.
respectful because that's your lady. I'm not gonna be, calling her out her name. But she would be really getting on my nerves. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm gonna just peace out. And me and her used to
Yeah.
get into it sometimes. And it was funny
Yeah, I
because
remember.
used to get into her, and I used to get in with Jake. But what
Jake's
yeah.
different
But the
one.
thing is
Oh,
that
that's a different story.
that's a different story though. Jake's a changed man. He was MAGA before MAGA was a thing.
He was a proto mag.
Actual proto mag, right? He was neo mag. But no, the funny, well, I used to get into arguments with her. So the thing is, like, you and her were a package deal, and the problem is that we couldn't hang. Then after y'all had broken up and you guys weren't like hanging out, she stopped hanging around us for a while. But then
Yeah.
she would come around every once in a while because of you or because of what's his face. So at the end of the day,
Voldemort.
she was Voldemort. So at the end of the day, we used to always have to be stuck with her because of you. And then we
No,
had to
hold
go-
on. After her and I split,
You guys were still hanging around.
Yeah, you guys were
yeah,
still
with
hanging out.
Mark too. Yeah, like I wouldn't like
Yeah.
go out like,
No.
hey, we're broken up.
Yeah,
Let's
but
hang out. I didn't do
It
that.
doesn't matter. You were still hanging out with her.
No,
Here's
no,
the thing,
no,
though.
no. Like I just said a few seconds ago,
Tamchi,
when
Tamchi.
her and I broke. Yes, me. When
right,
her and I
Tamchi.
broke up,
All
we
right.
didn't hang out. I would see her at Mark's house, or the one not being named.
Yeah, but you still
I know.
you still talked on the phone. I remember this.
Yeah, because she would like we didn't do the whole thing.
Yeah,
No.
no.
No, we didn't do that,
I
but-
remember. No, I remember you were broken up, and she still did the phone thing where you had to go out in the stairwell.
Mhm.
Oh, we talked. We didn't do the prayer thing. We talked and that was it. And then I'll come back.
But there was the same amount of time. She consumed the same amount of time
because
from you.
she talks like a long time. And then
But I'm saying you gave her that.
You gave her that.
Yeah.
this
when
this
you're
is your
fri-
breakup. You there was no you broke up, but she
yes.
still had every bit of the you
And then when
at her beck
I
and call.
completely split, that's when this all started.
Right, but
Okay.
you still give her a little bit to.
I give
Going.
no nothing. What do you? I've told her.
I'm just reading,
times.
Bandito.
Bandito Mac, yeah,
Many
Bandito Mac talking about,
times.
Crazy girls
To
got
leave
that
me
good.
alone.
He's like, Bandito Mac understands you, Ed. He says, hey, crazy girls got that good. You just had to see it through. And that's the thing. She was the beginning of the end. She was the beginning of the beginning for the Ed Underground. Every
Yeah.
woman,
Explain.
every
What an
woman,
order.
Nope.
story.
Nope. No.
Banged your little brains out.
No. So what I have not said recently, I've been talking to a woman who is a realtor. She is
A realtor?
Yes,
Oh,
a realtor. She's of
nice.
Russian descent. She's a little bit older than me.
I hope you
Very-
don't teach her.
Yeah.
Huh?
She taught the Ed Underground English.
You see how this gets twisted?
No.
Realtor.
Realtor.
Real.
No,
Yes.
she's a realtor.
Hello,
Sells
hello,
houses
calm
and
down.
stuff. But
Realtor.
yes. So just because 1, 2, or 3 women out of 10 that I've dated.
No, bullshit. It's
Yeah.
been more than out of the 10, I would say a solid 8 have been crazy.
No, I can name. Well, I won't name them.
Ed,
Don't
Ed,
know what that,
I'll put them
Wait,
on.
what about that Puerto Rican girl?
Yeah,
What's her name?
you gotta. You
Don't
got
tell-
the
some.
one
we're
that
not gonna
told
say
us
that. We're not gonna say
that-
that.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, fine. But you know who I'm talking about? The Puerto Rican.
Ed, you
one
might
that
have a
told-
Oh, yeah.
type.
She would
You
give
might have a
handjobs and
type.
stuff.
No.
No, I don't.
I can name the girl we were just
Dated.
talking about. Dated.
Dated.
Okay.
Not
Then we
You
talk
dated
about
that Puerto Rican girl.
we could talk about the hyper orthodox Christian girl who lived.
who we just talked about.
No, not her. That's the funny thing. You don't even know who I'm talking about.
Another
There's
crazy
multiple.
one.
I need a name or
I'm not gonna say- I'm not
beginning
gonna say
of
a
the
name.
first name or
It
something.
starts with a.
Put
Why
it-
do you
put it
like
in
to
the
play
chat.
with broken
Put it
in the
toys?
chat.
I'll
Put
put
it
it
in the chat.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
I'll put it in
Put
the
in
chat.
chat. And why do you like to play with broken toys? I don't get it.
Okay.
You just love
Okay,
it.
hold on. So this person,
you know what I
that,
think you love? I think you love the uncertainty.
He does love
The
the
uncertainty
No,
of a
I
crazy
want, I want
relationship.
the certainty.
You
Hey,
don't.
you know,
Uncertainty.
guys, He's starting to be
I've
a little
dated
alpha.
women who are
That
certain.
he's flirting with danger so much that it's kind of an alpha move. It's kind of a crazy
Hold on. So
alpha move.
this person that's Creamcast put in the chat that starts with an L. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was good. No arguments, no nothing. Everything was good. She got involved with leaders in a organization.
Crazy people. She
A
got,
cult.
Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, you can call it that. Sure, you can call it that.
Yeah.
But hold on.
What the fuck?
Hold on. A
Why are you trying to
drastic.
sugarcoat this?
Hold on, no, because it's a drastic difference in character. One is super crazy. The other one is very.
she just follows crazy
Uh,
people.
Well, she was young, and
Okay, well,
so
that's fine.
hold on, not
Okay,
done.
okay.
Someone told her that blah blah blah, and unfortunately, she took her advice.
Yes, and she did some crazy stuff and got with some crazy people. And at the
Hey,
end of the
it
day,
happens.
it
But
happens. But
hold
okay,
on.
that's not the only person.
Hold on.
It's so normal.
Oh no, she just like we were all young
Guys,
and gullible. She was
Ed
also
lives
young.
Ed
Sure.
lives his life a quarter mile at a time. We know
But
this.
hold on,
You know
hold
what?
on.
Yeah.
Ed, you know what?
Hold
You
on.
have an exciting dating life, man.
He is an alpha in this
Everyone
category.
that met her said that we were a good fit because she was very sane,
Sane at the
very
time. Yes.
hold on, responsible.
Yes.
People even suggested I should date her even before we started dating.
Sure. But
Yeah.
she's crazy though. She made crazy decisions.
She made a bad move.
That's cool.
Hey,
she made crazy bad
that's
decisions.
her fault, and that's her loss.
So then we can go on to another one. We can go to here.
Ed just loves crazy bitches.
What about the okay? I don't know the chick's name. Oh yeah, actually you guys know the one that at the dinner table. I wasn't there, luckily. The one at the dinner table that was talking about how big it's.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That's
Okay,
the
that's
Puerto
the one you're
Rican
talking
one.
about. Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
weird one. And I know I could
Okay,
look
so
at her eyes. She had crazy
She
eyes.
was weird, but she wasn't crazy like Stephanie at all. No.
No, okay, of course. Like
Yeah,
you can't.
she-
You can't.
There's levels. There's levels to
that
crazy.
shit. Like you're communing with wolves, and you have a dream.
Well,
dream
no.
weaver.
So her thing was that
Yes.
she was clingy.
Yeah,
I bet she was clinging onto something. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everything she was telling
But
us.
anyways, besides that,
Somebody
she was.
whoever put that in the chat didn't even put the name. They just put it at.
we all knew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You talk about it, but no, she's actually a decent person, just clingy.
No. A decent person when you're first meeting your boyfriend's friends, your boyfriend's friends. You don't talk about how you like to give him hand jobs on the first meeting.
Some would say the one as dating that person might be a compliment. Like, hey.
Nobody.
Anyways.
No. See, this is why Ed is top.
Hey yo.
And have you ever gone to like the woman's prison and just waited, like outside?
Outside.
No, you should bring me some time. Dark side.
Saying,
Yo,
bring me
Bandito
some
Mac.
time.
Ed Bandito Mac said, "Hey, yo, I'm telling you, this is the crazy shit that Ed
Hold
does
on.
with certain
So
women."
these people that you're mentioning are like what? Early 20s, even before it was 25.
It doesn't matter.
But
But
Ed's origin story.
But you guys
Yeah,
aren't
right.
talking about the ones after.
oh, we want to talk
What
about the
about
ones
this
after.
last
very,
one?
Okay.
very
What about the last
sane,
one?
Yeah,
very.
what about
You would say the last
college
one was okay.
educated.
The last one wasn't crazy. You would say
One of the last one. Which one are you talking
The last one.
of your last girl.
about? Oh, so
See,
no,
that's the
Yeah,
best smile.
no.
So
So I'm gonna keep that very coded because
let's not talk about it.
Yeah,
'cause
okay,
that's-
so
got you,
hold on,
got
but
you. All right,
I will
got
say
you.
this.
okay,
that,
fine.
that
You know what? My
person-
bad. I wanna.
that-
No, I'm sorry. I don't
that
want to put you in this
person,
situation.
there was nothing
The
wrong.
one before,
It just
the
didn't
one
work
before
out.
this
It just
one.
didn't work
And
out.
that person
The
was
one
sane.
before this one.
Yes,
Yeah,
we-
my
Yes,
bad.
know
like
the
I
truth.
said,
Sorry about that.
Okay.
after those ones you mentioned, everyone's been sane,
Okay, so here's another one though.
her included.
It was like, hey, I met this.
But
this
you guys
really
don't
cute
count
chick.
that, aren't you?
No, I said there's
Exactly.
sane ones. Absolutely. I said there's sane, but I said there's more insane women that you've talked to. Like a good example.
We've all dated someone who is. Oh yeah, definitely. We've all dated someone who is not sane, if I can recall.
Who are you referring to?
Who are you referring to?
Creepcast.
Put it in,
Oh,
put it
okay,
in
I
the
was like,
chat.
me?
Put it in the chat who you're talking about.
Well, I
And
forgot her name.
Okay, then give me an example of who she is.
So I remember the one time that we all went to the movie theater, and afterwards, I think either I called you or you called me, and you're on speaker making noises, and it
Oh
was a
yeah.
joke. Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah.
person was
I
not
used to. Yeah,
sane.
I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that person was not
I don't remember
sane.
who it
That's
was though.
different.
I
Yeah.
remember
That's
her. I
different
forgot her
though.
name,
Yeah. That's
but
different. That's like playing the joke.
That's different though.
how is that different? He was not sane.
Okay, because the thing is that I've
Because
only
it's a
had
prank call.
yeah, it's a prank call, and the reality is that
But the
there's
person
I have
behind
very
it,
limited girlfriends. I have girls that I mess with, which was different than my girlfriends. I've had girlfriends.
she had to be your girlfriend, I think.
No, see, I
But
was
how different is it between messing and with someone? You're still involved
oh
with that
because
person.
it's called hit it and quit it. Like I'm only
You
spending time
definitely
with
didn't
you.
quit.
Well, yeah, I probably did it a lot of times, but what I'm saying is there's a difference between hitting and quitting. And then there's a difference between hey guys, we're holding hands in the parking lot, and oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with her today.
Oh,
We're
you
going to the
did
park.
more than hold hands. Of
Okay,
course, you
so
held something
Ed,
else.
Yeah, of
just
course.
quickly. So
Your hand.
let's say the girls that you only go, like
Damn.
your one night stands or something, you introduce her to your
Didn't
family,
have that.
or would you introduce
Everyone
your
that I
girlfriend to your family?
wait, say that again.
What I'm saying is the difference between the girls that you just kind of mess around with and then your girlfriend is one you would basically like Creamcast said, introduce to your family,
I'm
hang
positive
around and
this
do things
person
like
has
that.
been introduced to the family. I am positive.
Well, the see
I
thing,
just can't remember her
I
name.
could introduce people to the family, and I'd be totally fine. Like, yo, this is my friend, whatever, and keep it pushing. And
Friend.
yeah,
There you go.
I'll say
Exactly.
these are my
Friend.
friend. I didn't claim any of these crazy ass women that you might be referring to as my girlfriend. They have never
That's a
been
girlfriend.
my girlfriend.
It's
I
Ed,
always
there's a
have.
difference.
There's a
How can we
difference.
all know this and you not know this?
I
Because
know
you know why?
this,
You know
but
why?
I could have sworn you two were like
No,
not
no,
a
I could tell you,
YouTuber thing or
I've
whatever.
had 3 girlfriends in my life, that 3 women that I've actually said these are my girlfriends. Other than that, I have not claimed any of these other women as girlfriends. I mean, that's just how it was. But I just find it. The whole reason we got into, I want to jump off this conversation, but
Well, Ed's the one that brought it up.
well,
It's
he
his
did,
fault.
yeah, because he said, "Oh, I'm the
I said in the
alpha."
alpha. That's all I said.
But that was
You
a
know
loaded.
why you said it.
Yeah, you knew why you said it. That was a loaded ass. That was a
Be
loaded
honest.
gun. Ed, you
I'm
like to be
loaded
with
gun.
women. You like to be with women that
False.
every night you have to sleep. You have to sleep with
False.
a knife,
With one eye open.
one eye
False.
open, a knife in between your legs,
False.
something like, because these women, every single woman that I
False.
can
Nope.
remember, they would
Nope.
kill you in your sleep.
No, it's only one person, and I let that person go many, many years ago. Everyone else has been sane.
Yeah.
One
Insane.
other has made a bad decision, but besides that, smooth.
Okay, what about
Very
hand?
smooth.
Will you say hand job girl was normal?
No, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Just
Okay.
I wasn't. I don't like clingy.
You
clingy girls
yourself
like that.
back then told me she was crazy.
You even said yourself, yes. That's why we say she's crazy too. You
I
said,
don't like clingy girls.
You said she was
No,
crazy.
when you broke up with her, you told us it was because she was crazy.
Yeah, she did something that was like very clingy that I didn't like.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Okay, so that's crazy.
You want to call it
But
crazy. We call it
you-
crazy.
Compared to her and the
There's
first
levels.
one,
We
levels
just
to
said
shit.
this. There's
Yeah,
levels
that's
of
a whole
crazy.
level.
She talked to coyotes, Ed. You don't really get past that level.
yeah,
You
and
don't-
exactly, no one else I did has done that.
Yeah,
You
but
know
they're
what was
still crazy.
also crazy too, now that I think about it? There was a little bit of a blackface thing going on.
Which
If you
one?
Oh,
remember
yeah.
correctly.
I'm very
But they
confused
don't.
here.
About
Yep.
that? Yeah, that's why I said she was tan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because she used to
yeah.
get like braids and everything.
Oh.
And I honestly, the first time I met her for like
I
the
thought
first
she
couple
was
of months, I
mixed.
thought she was some kind of mix.
Yeah.
And then we met her family, and they were like pure white, like ivory white. They
Yeah.
were so white, it was insane.
Yes,
Yeah. Well,
but you
know,
guys are highlighting one person when I've dated more than just one person, and every person I've dated after that has been sane, has been
No,
reasonable,
they
have
haven't
gone
been.
to college, has a degree.
I think you're comparing all your relationships to that one super crazy one, even if the other ones were
not
crazy.
just all of them. You guys haven't seen the other ones I've dated.
No, I
They've been
have.
very-
You're
No,
right. No,
you
we
told me
haven't.
about them.
You're
You
right
told me
about that.
about
I
them.
haven't seen everyone. but-
He's told me about them, and some of them I've seen, and I'm just
So
like,
the most year ago, I would say year ago, was that person
Yeah.
crazy?
she had issues.
Ren Fair?
I was asking crazy, yes or no?
Was this the Ren Fair person?
Exactly.
Yes.
It was the Ren Fair person?
Yes.
Yeah, not crazy.
Not crazy. I wouldn't say she was. She
So-
had, she
not
had a lot of issues.
crazy. She looked cool.
Yeah, she
Or
was
she
cool.
seemed like a nice person.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
cool.
she's a nice
She just had
person,
she
yeah.
had issues. And that's fine. Like, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, out of like, once again, we did 10.
So, like
8
I
out of 10,
said,
7 out of 10,
after-
they're crazy.
After the first person that you guys been talking about, it's been sane.
And you have a
Every
type.
person.
You
I
have a
don't have a
type.
type.
Gradual
No,
from insanity
my
going up
type
to
Yeah,
is classy.
right. He's
My
like,
type
he's
is either
going to the
classy or has some kind of like alternative vibe to her. That's my type.
okay. Ed, we believe
I
we don't
like I
believe.
like
Yeah.
I prefer like Valley Girls. That'd be awesome. Like some from Cali. Hey,
Why?
I know
What's your
one
infatuation with
girl from
California?
Cali.
I was born in
I
Yeah, there's
Cali.
one
definitely
girl.
want one girl from Cali.
There's
Yeah.
one girl from Cali that.
One girl from Cali that
Oh
I can
God.
only dream about.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so
It has some hot family members. I'll just say that.
oh God. So anyways, one person
Damn.
out of what 10 or whatever, just one was that insane in the
But
membrane. Everyone else has been perfectly sane. May have some problems like we all do because none of us are perfect, but have
sure.
been sane.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
No,
Ed,
you're
you're
right.
top
We all
G.
got our faults.
Yeah, we all got our faults.
You're a
Ed, you're
top
top
G.
G. You're
Yeah,
top
you're a
G.
top
Anyways,
G.
You're
that's
alpha.
why he's an alpha,
Boom.
folks.
He's alpha.
That's right.
Alpha.
Yeah.
All right.
You heard it
So
here first.
let's go ahead and kick it off for our main topic. So, big opening weekend for Marvel, or what we assumed was a big opening weekend for Marvel.
Didn't have a good first weekend.
It did have a good first week. It was the box office topper,
Yeah.
top box office hit. Not surprised about that, but it was Ant-Man. Really quick, Bandido Max says he missed the end, but remember, an alpha would never claim to be alpha. They let others say it for them. Well, we officially have said.
Damn.
So I've never claimed myself the alpha up until they said that
You
she
just
was
said it
alpha.
right now.
Hold on. After 10 plus years, I've never said I was an alpha up until you guys said that she was an alpha.
Which
Question
proves
for-
Bandito
yeah.
Max's point.
So I had to put my foot down
The
and
others
say,
say
no,
it for
she's
them,
not.
so
Yeah.
we said
No,
it
no,
for
no,
her.
no.
She's the
Yeah.
alpha.
We
No.
said it for her
And I've-
that she's the alpha. You said it for yourself that you're the alpha. So
because you guys
just,
like to twist things. You guys like to twist a lot of things.
All right,
Sure.
can you read? Can you read what Bandito Max actually said?
at the end of the day,
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
you claimed yourself to be an alpha. At the end of
Yes.
Which makes you not an alpha.
That-
Because
you
you guys
not.
said that he was. What
No,
is
you're
not.
just trying to excuse. But no,
the day, just
you
give her
claimed
props.
yourself.
Like give her props.
We're not
like,
claiming you.
Oh,
as
I
the
do give
alpha,
her
therefore
props.
You're not
Insane
the
in the
alpha.
membrane.
and you.
That's her props.
You've been in a pseudo relationship with her for 10 plus years.
I have not. That is
Congratulations.
false.
I'm very proud of you.
False.
Okay, so
She must have been amazing.
Marvel.
in
So
the
Marvel.
sack.
She must have been. Yeah. You know,
Where I
crazy.
was. Hey.
Or Marvel.
Yeah, so talking about Marvel. So big movie came out. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania came out. Yeah, it was surprising beginning to what this is phase 5, right? So phase 5 kicked off with what everybody assumed was gonna be the big opener for it. I'm gonna say honestly, I actually like the movie. I saw it in 3D, which is very rare. I'm usually not one for 3D movies. I don't want to put stupid glasses on.
I walked out of this movie wishing that I had seen it in 3D.
It was actually not bad in 3D.
I think it would have been good in 3D.
Yeah, it came to a point where I didn't even realize it was 3D anymore
Mhm.
because it was just kind of like flowing. It just melted.
That happens in every 3D movie.
Yeah, like I would say about halfway through, or maybe a quarter way through, I was like, like I just totally forgot I was watching in 3D. No, I actually enjoyed the movie. The movie, if you guys have seen the reviews, has been absolutely getting shitted on. It's currently tied as one of the worst Marvel movies with the Eternals. Well, another movie
Wow.
that we thought wasn't too bad, honestly. And this is on Rotten Tomatoes. Which is coincidentally another movie that we actually liked as well. Yeah, I really thought this was a pretty decent movie. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't get bored overall with the movie. I enjoy Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror in this movie. This is the version that he's playing right now. And I enjoyed it. I think that Paul Rudd and Jonathan Majors 100% made the movie as good as it was. Now, I think that if those two were not in the movie, I think this would have been probably a very basic ass Marvel movie. And it will be deserving of a score tied with the Eternals. Now, I'm not saying the Eternals is bad, but I can see it being the worst rated Marvel movie, which is surprising. Like it's not like Multiverse of Madness is not lower, but I think we're kind of just going with the rose tinted goggles at a certain point.
There's no way the Eternals is the worst.
I don't believe it
Not
either.
the worst.
It's not
It's
the
The
not.
worst.
most boring to me, but
You would rather watch Captain Marvel again? Like, I mean, that is
well, I say most
borderline
boring.
unwatchable.
I say Marvel's the worst.
You said which one?
Captain Marvel's the worst.
Yeah, that's what I'll say. Either Captain, I would say Captain Marvel is probably the worst. I would then after that probably put Doctor Strange, or no,
I
No,
wouldn't put
no,
I
I would
wouldn't
say
do
no,
that.
I would say probably
Thor,
no.
Dark World,
Thor, yeah, I was gonna
Dark
say
World, yeah,
Thor,
for
Dark
sure.
World. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
our old
Thor, Dark
friend.
World, and then
Hello, darkness,
possibly
my old friend.
maybe Eternals and
I
Multiverse of
don't know. There's
Madness.
been
Probably next
23 or 4 of
4
these. I
movies.
don't give
Yeah,
a shit at this
but
point.
I actually, honestly, like I said, I thought this was a good movie. I think it's getting a lot of undue hate for it. Not sure. I haven't read all the reviews of what other like moviegoers have said about it, but I thought this was decent. What are your guys' thoughts?
So actually, before getting into this movie, I had zero excitement, zero hype for it, expectation.
Sure.
I actually saw it today before the pod,
Hmm.
and I was trying to see just an IMAX. I accidentally got 3D instead. Didn't know it, so I saw it in 3D. There were only three people there, which was very shocking because every movie I've been to, whether it be a matinee or during early in the day, there's always been at least either half or packed.
Okay.
Got into it. It looks great in 3D. I'm glad I did get it by accident. Um, I can kind of see why some people are hating it, and I can see why people are loving it. Jonathan, what's his name? Jonathan
Jonathan
Mathers,
Majors.
Majors, phenomenal actor. Um, I would love to see. Well, he's spoilers. He's going to be Kane again in further movies or shows.
King Dynasty.
Phenomenal actor. Yeah, Kane Dynasty. Phenomenal actor. Um, who was Ant Man again? What's his name?
Paul Rudd.
Paul
Paul
Rudd.
Rudd.
Great actor. And kind of agree on what you're saying. If you take those two actors out, this would be kind of basic.
Hmm.
At the same time, it kind of was basic in some ways. I kind of wanted to see more. I think my only hype for this movie watching it was Kane, Kane the Conqueror. Everyone else is like, okay, whatever. But I was expecting more for it to be the beginning of a Phase 5 movie. I felt like it was more of a Phase 4 in some ways. And what is his name? Modoc? I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name.
Modoc.
Modoc. Kind of cool, but kind of like, what is going on? I didn't like how they did his face. How they just basically struck his face out. I really thought they could have done better with that. Granted, I don't know a lot
Okay.
about Modoc, but
Okay.
I know his backstory is not the backstory that they chose for this movie.
No, it's
Was it
It's not.
machine only designed something kill?
Something like
From
that.
the comic books
For
side.
the
From the
comic
comics,
books,
yeah.
it was something different.
The
Wasn't it
acronym.
something?
It's the same in the movie. They mention it too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but wasn't
I
it
kinda-
something? What the original meaning was something different. It wasn't like machine only designed to kill. It
I
was
thought
something
that
else.
was in the comics, right?
Well, no, yeah, original.
That is from the comics. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
no, there
comics.
wasn't. There
Machine
was,
only designed.
He's saying there was a different acronym.
there was initially a different
Oh.
acronym, and then they went with the Modoc that we know. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of didn't like the way they. I don't know. I wouldn't see it again. I wouldn't see it again. But I really think they could have done better for a Phase 5 introduction. Or really think they could have done better.
I mean, I don't think Modoc was
I
that bad.
like
Honestly.
it. I mean, I like it, but I really feel they could have been better. I
I
think the only reason that's keeping me like interested is Kane.
And then Kang was the only reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that. I feel like Modoc was pretty cool. I feel like overall, like because you gotta remember, like when we saw Frank Grimes in the original movie, he just kind of disappeared. To have that kind of tie back in between the first Ant-Man and Quantumania, I feel like that was kind of cool. And yeah, I mean, for Modoc, I mean, outside of him not wearing his full armor, I think that the face thing made sense. They tied it in perfectly. That's not his original origin story, but it worked. I think, like I said, I thought it was a great callback. So I personally don't have a problem with it. And we gotta think about it. We got fucking Modoc in live action movie. It's not like, you know, a cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon or something like that. We got a actual live action MODOK. I think that's pretty fucking awesome. I don't know. What do you think, Darkseid?
Uh, I uh, I didn't like it that much. I thought parts of it were okay, but for the most part, I thought a lot of this movie sucked, and a lot of things about it sucked. Modoc was
Damn.
garbage.
Wow.
Modoc
Oh,
was
Shit.
Wow.
Modoc was
Oh.
not only was the conception and execution of why they did that terrible, but the face thing you guys are talking about, I could not believe that it felt like an unfinished effect. Like they didn't finish
That's
the visual effects, and it's like a temp, like it's a temp, literally like it's a temp image.
just like a
that was-
filter, like a Snapchat filter. You can do that to yourself.
Yeah, I could do that with my phone. You know, what I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Prove it. Prove it.
Not, yeah.
Someone's gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, Modoc was one of the biggest disappointing moments in MCU history for me. Just like that reveal of, like, the reveal of Modoc was lame, and then the reveal of Modoc was lame. It just Modoc was just bad. Miss Kang.
Really?
whoa!
He's
Wow,
Damn,
okay,
it's
hold
coming
on.
for
I'm
everybody.
I
he's
could agree
not-
with you with MODOK, but
He's
Kane?
not. I like the actor. I think the actor's real good, but he was laughably bad in some scenes. Like his
Wow.
performance was like, I wish I could go through the screen and just tell him, like, dude, turn it down. I don't know what you're going for here. Like his mannerisms were not. It didn't
It
jive with me.
boss-like almost, like a quiet boss. Like,
Yeah, I mean, so like I've seen like this parody that he's doing. It's just there's nothing unique about this performance. I think he's a great actor. I like him, and what bothered me most is like, dude, they got such a cool actor, and he's not doing something special with this. And you know what made it worse? We'll talk about the stinger, but the stinger made it even worse. It's like they shot that stinger a week ago, and they were like, "All right, we don't have time to really do like, all right, throw out your real quick impressions here." It's like, have you ever seen the Krusty the Clown doing the the voices for his doll, where he rushes in and rushes out?
Hey,
Hey,
oh.
yeah. That's like, hey, do 6 versions of Kang. It's like, all right, I don't got time for this, and he takes off his glasses and boom, boom, boom. But that's a separate issue. But I think that he was not. I wasn't impressed. I was really disappointed with him. As far as the movie as a whole goes, the best thing about the movie is the setting and the characters in the setting, not the main characters, the microverse and the microverse characters and the microverse world.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's the 3D stuff I wish I saw. But as far as the plot goes and the main characters, what a piece of shit. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's the worst MCU movie. It's not. And it's definitely better than the last Ant-Man, and it's definitely better than
Yes.
Thor: Love and Thunder. It's
Yes.
better. It's better than Thor: Love and Thunder. There's other ones. It's better than, but like, hey man, this is not the MCU. This is like more of a harbinger of doom for me than it is. Hey, let's move
Wow.
on from Phase 4. This is yikes, because I'm really like, when I said that Kang, I'm hoping he's not the main bad guy, and that there's like a false movie. that's a hope that I put inside me, that just like, because
Oh yeah, you said that Doctor Doom was gonna pop up in this.
no, I didn't say Doctor Doom in this. I said Doctor Doom like in like Secret War or something.
No, you said
Okay.
Kang Dynasty was a fake movie.
Kang Dynasty fake
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, this is he heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
His hot take
Hey,
was
oh, by the way, the last episode, what did I call the stinger?
Which one?
Oh, you said Loki. This
Yeah.
was gonna be a Loki.
I was gonna say it was Loki Stinger.
Man, it's kind of
Yeah,
obvious.
yeah. I don't feel
Oh,
like that.
okay. I guess it's obvious. At the time, it wasn't obvious to
Look
all
at
you
the
guys.
bravado.
Go ahead
I
and
love it.
listeners, go ahead and
I love the
go watch
bravado.
listen to the end of that episode when I mentioned that. And they're all like, oh, yeah, so obvious.
Yeah,
I didn't
these
say
two.
shit, so I don't know why you're talking about me.
God damn.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly
you
like
did.
that. Like I did it there.
Yeah.
No, you didn't
Dark side
say
is
anything.
extra spicy
He
today.
is today.
Yeah, I'm spicy
Yeah, I
today.
know.
Yeah. No,
Um,
but yeah, so that's my hot take. And what else? What else? I mean, Bill Murray was wasted,
Why
but
was he even
good.
in there?
You
yeah,
know
Bill
what? You know
Murray
what?
was
You know
very
what?
No.
wasted.
He was wasted, but it's almost as if like when Bill Murray exited, I was like, take me with you. Like, to the movie.
Wow.
Even he knew I'm in, give me my check and I'm out. I'm not sticking around for this.
He seemed out of place to me in that movie.
I think he was the best part of the movie.
No, I think the best part of the movie was the stingers. Honestly.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Probably the worst stingers ever.
Well, I wouldn't say it's the best stingers ever. I'm just saying I think it's the best
We'll
thing out
get
of the
we'll
movie.
we'll get to the stingers. All right,
Well,
let's
okay,
stick with the
Jonathan.
movie
so
here.
talking about so the big thing about like I guess the movie overall, there has been I don't know if you guys have saw this article, but apparently some Marvel VFX artists did come out and say anonymously that they are not happy with the current state of Ant-Man, the Wasp, and Quantumania. They said that what happened is that Marvel put such a huge emphasis on Black Panther
Ooh.
that they pretty much said, hey, Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Panther, Wakanda
Yeah.
forever. That's where you need to put all your effects in because, I mean, that makes financial sense because Black Panther would, I mean, at the time, everybody assumed that Black Panther was going to be the next big hit as far as Marvel movies are concerned because Black Panther did extremely well in the box office and after the box office.
Yeah.
So
I would tell these VFX artists, yeah, they were right.
yeah.
It was a better movie. Wakanda Forever is a better movie than
Wakanda
Yeah, I
this.
mean, it
better than
is.
this.
So,
Oh yeah,
but they're saying,
Absolutely, they did the right thing there.
But
I
they're
mean,
saying-
not to the detriment of this film.
right.
I think this film has way bigger problems than the VFX. The VFX just in your face how unfinished it is. But that same thing could be applied to the plot. The same thing could be applied to some of the acting. The whole
plot was not bad. The plot was not good.
the plot was not good,
It was
and
okay.
even
I thought it was okay.
Another what is she, 18, 19, 20? Another kid doing something in the basement.
I don't mind her. I like her.
Cassie Lang. So
Yeah.
Sandra Lang,
I'm not saying
which is
the
a change.
actor.
Was
I'm
funny.
just saying the plot.
It's a change of the original actor, which was I forgot the original one, but it got switched out for Catherine Newton.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
So
so
it's the
that's
same
not,
person.
it's not the same person. From like Infinity War or whatever movie.
Oh yeah.
Endgame. So yeah, not the same actor. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, you have Cassie being a super genius and so forth. But the funny thing is that children super geniuses is what I mean. That's what Kang is actually. So Kang is a descendant of Reed Richards, and he is super intelligent. I think is he also related to Doctor Doom in some way? I think but the thing is he's a child prodigy in a world where all things have already been there's no food shortage, everything technology is at the peak, people live longer, technology is perfect at this point. So humans don't have anything to do, and then as Reed Richards grandson, he gets access to files, to Dr. Doom's files, gets into his technology, and pretty much sees, he gets pretty much warped with the idea that he can make things even better in the past. And then that's where Kang the Conqueror eventually gets born and so forth. So the whole idea of like kids getting into things that they don't need to, that's literally a Marvel trope. I mean, that's nothing new. So like I said, if you're upset about that, then that's the whole origin story of Kang the Conqueror. So it's kind of like, it kind of makes sense for this type of movie, So
for her to have that.
well, I'm just saying in general, that's just a typical Marvel trope. So I don't feel like that's really something to be complaining about because, like I said, at the end of the day, that's what all these Marvel characters start from. Like they start as children or young people.
Yeah,
Get
but I
curious.
never saw her as
Well,
a child
I didn't
genius.
either. I didn't
And
either.
I didn't see her as like it was weird that she's like just she's a seemingly normal kid, and then yeah, I'm helping my
Grandfather,
grandfather
Yeah,
build
quantum,
a tech. Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's
I
big leap.
yeah. Well, it's a big leap, but it's more like have you ever like when you were a kid helped your dad fix the engine where you're like handing
sure,
him tools?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. But
Sure.
I was expecting in this movie, I noticed that too, and I was like, oh god, Ed Underground is losing it right now. Watch this girl like fix some technology and get them all home, and Ed Underground's gonna lose it somewhere. But no, that didn't happen in this movie. She was very like pretty normal.
and she was pretty
She
normal, exactly.
Yeah, she was.
she was
So at
pretty
that
normal.
point,
She's kind of like a normal teenager, in like a crazy situation
we just
with
happened to be a genius overnight.
Was
no,
they
she
explained
never, they never really implied like she was a genius. I never really got the like, she wasn't hacking into anything. Like, when they were trying to take over the Kang, the video projector thing at the end of the movie,
yeah.
she couldn't do it. She was like, what do I hit? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I mean, it was all very natural and believable. So none of that, thing that we're describing that kind of alluded to in the beginning regarding her character ever happened. So I think when that remark about her building that technology at the beginning of the movie is more like her handing the wrench over to Michael Douglas. Like I
Yeah.
did it too,
Yeah.
yay!
I didn't get that
I mean,
part in
it's
the
going on
beginning.
her college resume that I built the quantum machine. And hey,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna knock her for that. I
In
mean,
your basement.
Well, I think her big thing was the activism. She was really big into being an activist and
yeah.
taking charge of the stuff. Like Hope's character was I don't know if you guys noticed that she had pretty much taken over Hank, I don't know, was it Hank Pym
Pim
Laboratories? Pym
something.
Laboratories. And pretty much was the CEO and running the business, solving world hunger, solving this and I don't know if you guys picked it up, like they were using Pym particles to like make giant fruit, make giant tree, like
Pizza.
turn bushes into giant trees, stuff like
Mhm.
that. So she's helping the world. Hope is trying to do the same thing of helping the world, but because her father was, an Avenger, she felt more obligated to do these things. While you have Scott Lang just pretty much not doing anything because he's like, hey, I've done everything. So I felt like everybody had their certain roles to play. She was the child, not genius, but a very inquisitive child, because she even explains like, hey, I was doing this, at the same time as the whole snap happened. I wish I was doing this during the snap, blah blah blah, because I wish then I could have used it to find you, this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. I think they kind of explained like she was just kind of bored as a kid and just kind of figuring out what to, certain things to do, because she assumed that her father got snapped, so she wasn't even looking for him at the time. But if she had known, she would have tried to find him in the quantum verse. So I think like everything, I think it kind of makes sense. Like they said, they did a good job of, well, not say a good job, but they did a decent job explaining her role. Same thing as Scott, him being complacent about things that have happened. Um, Same thing with Michelle Pfeiffer, with Kang. I think they did a decent job. I don't have a problem with it. I think what problem is that we might be looking too hard at Marvel movies now. We're still trying to compare them to the lens of Endgame and Avengers.
Yeah, they made Endgame. I
Well, yeah, I'm
mean,
saying they did, but this is a different director. He didn't make Endgame. Um, so
I think compared to like previous like Ant-Man movies, I think the first one's superior to this one.
the first one's superior, absolutely. That's the best one. The second one, I would say, is the worst.
This
Third
is the
one
worst.
is
Yeah.
the second best. So ultimately, I feel like this was not a bad Marvel movie. I think we need to stop kind of putting Marvel movies on this pedestal of going to be some award-winning. This is not like Schindler's List type of movie, like Academy Award winning. It's going to
I'm
get.
not putting it at that level.
I'm not either.
I'm
not saying
comparing
that you
it. I'm
necessarily
comparing
are.
it to its peers.
You think
I'm
And I'm
comparing
just
it to
saying,
its
we
its
just
own
came
movies.
we just came off, like I said, the last one was Wakanda Forever, correct?
Yes, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever is a
Yes.
better movie than this in
Yeah,
many
but
regards.
Ant-Man has never been
on many levels.
Acting,
But Ant-Man has
plot.
never been a highly regarded series as
All right,
opposed to
but
But it's supposed to
yeah,
introduce.
but it's still playing in the same ballpark. It's not playing in a different ballpark than Wakanda Forever. It is still. I'm not putting it in Schindler's List. I'm putting them in the MCU ballpark. Same as Ant-Man 1. They're all like Ant-Man 1 is better than a Ant-Man 1 is probably better than Wakanda Forever. I mean, I'd have to watch it again, but Ant-Man 1 was way funner, had lots of fun stuff going on in it. And the gimmick of it was new at the time, still feels new when you see it through his eyes.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one is a better executed movie, like as like all the stuff that Wakanda Forever was dealing with and how it executed it and pulled it off and the effects and the actors and everything in there.
Sure.
And another one is just a fun thing that just came together in the right place at the right time, but it's in the same ballpark. I mean, it is what it is.
But this is supposed to introduce Phase 5, so there's supposed to be more on the table.
I think, well, okay, so we could talk about that. Well, how do you guys feel that this is as an introduction to Phase 5? And I guess now we could talk about the Stinger.
Okay. Well, Green Turn, what do you think about this?
Yeah, Green Turner, what's your take?
I
Hot
think
take.
it's probably the best.
You've been quiet.
Marvel movie that's ever been made.
Okay.
Top-notch acting all around.
What a
Great
flip!
villains.
Wow. I was not expecting this from Green Tuner.
Yeah, Green
wow.
Tuner, do me a favor.
I love
and don't elaborate, okay?
Yeah,
Is there a
please.
mouse around giving you
Leave it
money?
at
You're right there. There's no need for me to elaborate.
No, there's like
Absolutely
ants.
right.
There's ants on the side, like giving him dinero on the side,
Mhm.
and then giving him money, and he's just taking all that money and
Oh.
that Marvel money.
Mhm.
Yeah. So actually,
Especially that part where Ant-Man was what's called surfing on a rocket while it was heading towards MODOK.
nice.
And then he jumped out of the way, and
Yep.
then Patrick Swayze's hologram came out.
Yeah. Wow. You
Top
nailed it.
notch.
And then Vin Diesel popped up.
Notch.
Did you like the part where Ant-Man got big and got really small again? That was amazing.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Yeah,
That was my favorite.
yeah,
And then when
jeez.
they would talk about pin particles, oof, man,
like,
goddamn.
Can't wait for
that
was
science to
insane.
become real.
He did see
Mhm.
this movie.
He did.
Yeah,
he really
and
did.
then when they all somehow made mention to the snap,
Yep.
I was like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
god, you got me,
Memories.
you got me,
The
Ant-Man.
goosebumps started just
Mhm.
popping
The
up.
goosebumps
right?
are all
You're
there.
like,
Mhm.
yeah,
All right, I'm coming around here. I'm coming around. He's got me. He's got me.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you.
Some good arguments here.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
Yes, this is gonna be a movie of the year, 100%.
Yeah.
No. So the big stinger at the end. Okay, so we got two. So two big stingers at the end. If you
More like stinkers.
well, if you are a
Sorry,
listener,
See what I did there?
we've been relatively.
Do you see what I did there?
Yeah, I did see. I'm trying to ignore it because
All right.
you a
Do
hater.
you see? Do you see?
So two big stingers at the end. And if you are, I think we've been relatively spoiler free thus far. But this is big. No, this is
Trust
spoilers.
me, you ain't missing nothing.
Yeah, really not. All right,
Yeah.
but this is spoilers at this point.
Mhm.
So the first mid credit scene was the King Dynasty. So you get to see Pharaoh Rama. You get to see Pharaoh Rama, Tut. You get to see Immortus, and who else? There's
I
another
don't know,
person.
all the different versions
Versions
of
of
Kang.
Kang, yeah.
Like, I mean, the main versions of Kang. They're
You
all
see
getting
Kang-
together at the Kang party.
King
And then
Dynasty.
they're all, the Kang Dynasty. Like, thousands of Kangs are gathering together.
Yeah, they get word that the King, the Conqueror, has been taken out. Which I want to talk about that as well in a
Yeah.
second.
Who believes he's been taken out? No.
No, he's not taken out.
Let me see.
Do you think Kang the Conqueror is
Is dead? No.
I don't think he's dead, honestly. I think that because the whole thing of him going into the machine to absolutely where they use
Yeah.
different probability, the probability machine, energy
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah,
Like,
there you go.
Why would he actually die for? It sounds like because this is I thought before I saw the stinger of the Kang Dynasty, I
Mhm.
said, "Oh shit, are they gonna make multiple Kang the Conquerors, and that's gonna be the Kang Dynasty that they're gonna use?" Because at this point we've never seen Kang Dynasty actually come to fruition. So I
Right.
was thinking like, "Oh shit." either two things are going to happen. Either King the Conqueror is going to get out and he's going to be more crazy than he is now, or he's going to be multiplied and all the different probabilities of him, which is
I
still
mean,
going to
I could still see that as how do you take out that Kang dynasty?
be
You
you
just
get
make new versions of you.
yeah, you make new versions of you that ultimately
Yeah,
like you make new King. Yeah, you make an actual new King.
King the Conquerors.
Yeah, so you make a new
Yeah,
Ramatut, you make a new Ironclad, all these other Iron Lad. I mean Iron Lad. You make all these different kings, and then from there, you kill the old King dynasty, and then boom, that's the King dynasty that now you have a motive to take over Earth. So
Was that Iron Lad?
Iron
Iron
Lad,
Lad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Was that Iron Lad though?
And which one?
The
the one
Stinger.
we saw. I
I
don't
just
know.
know the Pharaoh one. I
Yeah,
don't know
the
the other.
Pharaoh.
Yeah, I don't know the other ones were.
Immortus was one of them.
Was the Mortis the
It was the
He was the one with the hat and he talked very like this.
the great acting that was being
yeah,
put
that's
out
yeah,
there.
Yeah, it is great acting. It is.
Jonathan Majors, move over. You just lost your whole contract to the Ed Underground.
Sign
Uh,
me up.
it's gonna
Yeah,
be
so that's the scene that I described. That Jonathan Majors really like. I
kind
don't
of it seemed
know.
like it didn't seem believable. It seemed kind of like
Phoned it in. It at one point it seemed like such a fake screen. I couldn't believe at one
what would
point.
be a good example? Like I had on the tip of my tongue an example of like multiple Kangs. And it was like what movie is either a movie or something else I'm thinking of where it literally was just it seemed like it was just a copy of King the Conqueror over like it was just Jonathan Majors playing in different costumes, but they were like, hey, just say your lines, and at the end of the day, that's just kind of it. I didn't feel like there was a huge threat, honestly. I felt like King the Conqueror, like in the sense of the Marvel compared to these other Kings, he was a true threat. Because the other ones just seemed kind of like, oh, like King the Conqueror is taken out. Well, guess we gotta take over Earth. And it's just kind of like, what? It didn't seem
It
believable.
didn't seem there was no like what is their plan? What are they doing? What are they going after? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Thanos, you knew he wanted the stones. You
Mm-hmm.
knew he had the gauntlet. You know, like we have like a roadmap of what is where he's gonna end up.
Mm-hmm.
What are
I
these
think
guys
that's why
doing?
I don't like
What
the
are they
plot
doing?
here. I think that's why I don't like the plot because there's more questions than answers for me. Like we
Well,
see all these kings, we don't know yeah, he wants to take over I think take over the whole multiverse or kill it off.
well, King the Conqueror. So what King the Conqueror wants to do is, so King the Conqueror wants to protect the sacred timeline, and then all because of all these different variants, King the Conqueror kind of consider himself the Prime King, which I don't think he is. So he's not actually. So, but this variant of the King wants to be able to um, destroy all the other kings because he's kind of on the same wavelength of He Who Remains. So that's the king that's at the very end of time. King the Conqueror wants to kill off all the other king dynasties to protect the timelines, and pretty much King the Conqueror, his whole thing is he wants to protect timelines that he thinks exist. But he also knows that if he allows his variants to have free roam, that they're going to destroy the multiverse as a whole, including the sacred timeline. So he in his opinion is he is testing out and destroying timelines he doesn't feel that is correct, but also wants to kill off all his variants so that at the end of the time, he's the only king. He's gonna be the supreme ruler of pretty much all time, and has protected the sacred timeline.
You know what this reminds me of? That
What
Jet Li movie, The One.
the one is kind of like that. He is the one who wants to pretty much protect everybody, but he's not good in the same sense. So this king is not a king that is admirable. He's just who he is. Um, so for the second stinger, really quick, we get to see Loki. So we see Loki in the TVA. Um, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only is like the first stinger I thought was just like bad.
Pointless. Yes.
Okay, so the second stinger, which by the way I predicted, by the way,
You did predict it. How many times do you want to tell us that? So,
I just
that's how
guess
many
we had
times.
to.
I guess how many times we need to hear it. Apparently.
I didn't hear it the
I
first
guess.
time.
Wait,
No,
hold on. You predicted this, Dark Side?
yes, I did. Yes, I
Oh.
did. No, the second stinger was the laziest stinger because literally a scene from like one of the episodes. It literally is. They didn't even do anything. They just clipped a scene from a future episode of Loki and just shoved it in there. That's it.
I agree. It was relatively
it.
lazy. Yes, I agree. It was horrific. It was not
And
good.
it was the cherry on top of this experience for me, where I was like, all right, this last scene better be good. And I was like, usually the last one's the joke one. It's not really a good one. It's just some throwaway gag. So I mean, people I went with were like, oh, let's wait for the last one. I'm like, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be a throwaway gag, and it wasn't a throwaway gag. I'm glad it was low key, but it was such a like we couldn't even give you the throwaway gag. Here's a
Yeah,
clip from the TV show that comes out 2 months.
I honestly felt like the Loki one was cool because we got to see Victor Timely. So Victor Timely, which is weird that we saw him in this version. So Victor Timely, for those that don't know, he is the Prime King. So he is the actual original king. Um, the fact that they show him in Loki as opposed to like Ant-Man or something like that was a little weird. So Victor
Yeah.
Timely, for those that don't know, he is like I said, the Prime King. He's the one that goes to like Egypt and blah blah blah. He pretty much conquers everything within around Earth, and all the planets and all the galaxies around Earth. And then he goes to pretty much, I think he goes to another Earth at one point, and the Avengers beat him and so forth, beat his ass, and then he goes to like 1901 or early 1900s and pretty much hides out there while he's recovering. But he's still at this point like an absolute badass. At this point, he's still strong as fuck. He has his armor. He still has all his technology and so forth. So he's hiding out in this time and conducting himself and looking like he's from the 1900s, which is a horrible time. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the hell, like what type of, if I could go back in time at any time, you think you're gonna see me before 1964? Hell the fuck no. Like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, let me go back to 1901 and be like,
When they really hated my kind.
yeah, let me just,
Mhm.
I'm just going to blend right in. Nobody's gonna know who I am. Like, the fuck? Like, yeah, you might not get your ass beat by the Avengers, but there's another group of superheroes with white
Oh,
hoods.
superheroes. I don't know about
Yeah.
I want to say
superheroes.
superheroes. There's like
Well,
other guys wearing white costumes
They have
that might
capes.
not.
Yeah, they have white capes. They're not the superheroes that they only beat up one type of crime, and that's the
Some
They're
of them are
superheroes to
wizards.
some
Some of them
people.
are wizards, though.
some are wizards though. So
Yeah.
they were
They do
probably
like fire.
they were in the what's the Doctor Strange, the Sanctum Sanctorium, whatever. They
Wow.
they're doing magic. They got the sling rings. They're putting people of certain colors in different places. So
Well, why are all their sling movements spelling out ends?
yeah,
I don't know why.
Oh,
It's not circles, it's just
wow.
ends.
Or they're just they're burning their lowercase t's, just burning lowercase t's.
Yeah, why is all
That's
Wow.
odd.
yeah, why are the spells going burning lowercase
The
t's?
portal is
So,
just a burning cross that opens.
yeah, like this is so weird. How did they
You're
do
talking
this?
about Green Tuner.
So no, it's
Uh.
crazy that that this is so this it's just crazy that this is the world that he goes to, but neither here nor there. So we see Victor Timely in the Loki Loki stinger. A little weird, like I said. Was kind of cool though that we do get to see Loki being with Prime King, which makes a little bit more sense of how King was. Like with King Dynasty, we did see them a lot of it in his traditional garb, his traditional suit, which was different than King the Conqueror, which I don't know if you guys noticed that. The
Yes.
Kings and King Dynasty had the more traditional like jumpsuity armor as opposed to King the
The
Conqueror.
purple and green.
Yeah, purple and green. Like, yeah, there was people just wearing
Okay.
like the jumpsuit kind of purple and green, while
You
King
also
the Conqueror
saw
wore armor.
you also saw comic book accurate facial wise Kang the Conqueror, like right at the very end
Yeah,
on the right side.
yeah,
Like his
With the
face was
lines
with the
going
lines
across
and
his
so
face and
forth.
stuff.
Yeah,
well, it was like
Oh,
more like uh
like his the mask is his face at that point. So like the King of the Conqueror that we know,
yeah.
where the mask is his face, as opposed to the King of the Conqueror that we've seen, or the kings that we've seen, where like the face, his mask was his face, as opposed
yeah.
to King of the Conqueror, he put a shield in front of his face, and then like he had scars that would like highlight blue to show the lines
Yes.
of
Mm,
Yeah,
Kang
but
in
at the
general.
end you would see like as if someone from Marvel took an actual comic book face of Kang the Conqueror and just pasted it on a real person.
Right.
Like the it's hard to explain, but that was a nice part of the stinger anyway.
Yeah, it was kind of cool for the King Dynasty. But yeah, like I said, we got to see Victor Timely. We saw Loki. We got to see what's his name? Owen Wilson, his character.
Hey,
So yeah, I mean, I think this is gonna be. I'm really excited for Loki. I mean, Dark Side did call it out that Loki was gonna be a stinger for King, which definitely after everything we seen has made sense of them now branching off with the different Kings. So that was a very good read. Yeah, I'm just a little. I overall, I think this movie was really good. Not to say really good, it was good. Um, what other? So how did you guys feel about like the whole like? There's some continuity issues that I didn't like. The one thing was with Michelle Pfeiffer's character, the original Wasp. So so from what we understood is that time moved faster, right? Or no, time moved slower in the quantum verse, right?
correct. So 5 minutes, or let's say 1 year in a quantum is like 5 years in the real, the Earth world, I guess you'll call it.
No, they said that time moves differently, but they couldn't tell how because
Okay.
they were so far they've farther than they've ever been. So she's
Well,
been there, so no one knows what the impact of this is.
remember when Ant-Man got trapped in the quantum realm and then he came back because of a rat opened up the door
Yeah, for him
and
it was only
Cassie
five
was
minutes. Yeah,
older.
yeah, for him it was only 15 minutes, but on
Mm-hmm.
Earth it had passed like 5 years, right? So I guess does that
Yeah.
make sense for when I thought it was a continuity issue, that the fact that because they were in the quantum verse, they went in the quantum verse, but it
Mm-hmm.
didn't seem like time moved that quickly because they had been in the quantum verse for days, right? So if they were in the quantum verse for days, that means when they came back, everybody should have been like 30 years old, 30 years older.
Well,
You get
no,
what I'm
it's
saying?
not them that ages or
No, no, no,
whatever.
the
It's
outside world. So they were in
yeah,
the quantum realm for days, right? So then
maybe
in the earth in earth realm, earth, yeah,
another realm. I don't know.
yeah, the earth in
Earth
earth,
realm.
they
Earth
should have
realm.
been like 30 plus years older. So that was a continuity issue that I saw because
Well, no, they don't age. So let's say,
I'm not
so
talking about them
Hank,
aging. I'm talking
He's not
about
talking about them. He's talking about
the
the
flow of time.
outside,
the world.
The
real
outside
time. Yeah.
world, the
But
Yes.
regular
we
world.
haven't seen the regular world.
No,
We
we
only saw
did.
the
Well,
basement.
No, you just said within an in game and
you
Infinity
do
War in
see it in
game.
the end.
No, we
He's
do,
walking
but
around. He's walking around in the end of the
we
movie.
don't know how
Yes.
You're
long
not-
they've been in the. It could have been a day for all we know.
But what I'm saying is that in
What he's saying is there's a longer passage of time in the
Yes,
past movies. So in this
yes.
movie, there was no passage of time, which I could write that off. Let me put on my Marvel producer hat. I could write that off with the new technology that they built,
or
and
maybe
maybe it
one to
did.
one because of the fact that because you think of Michelle Pfeiffer's character, if she had been down there, it seemed like she was down there for like 20 years, whatever, and then she
30.
came back or 30 years, and she came back 30 years later when Hope got older. So that kind of makes sense. So if it's a one to one, then it kind of makes sense. But I feel like there was a little bit continuity issues with how time
I could
works.
see there's definitely. I think you're right. There are continuity issues, but I think, like I said, all those instances are using lesser technology,
Hmm.
less advanced technology. So maybe this version of the gate they use.
It doesn't matter the technology as long as they.
Sure, it does. You're messing around with time, like
Well, they're not messing with time. They're messing with dimensions. I guess you would call it that.
Well, I guess
right, but
the
it's
same
all
thing
connected.
happened.
Space and time is connected.
But
In
no,
this.
like let's say you make a portal to that world, and I make a portal to that world. It could be made differently, but you're still going to the same place.
I see what you're
unless
saying.
unless it compensates for that. I don't know.
I don't think
Why
it
would
does.
that?
I think it's the end result.
Well, guess what?
But
Guess
but-
what?
what?
Guess what? It did.
What?
In this movie, it did. It
Well,
compensated for the time. They were down there for years. They
no,
came
they
back.
weren't.
Not years. They were down there for days.
Yeah.
Right?
We don't
And
know that.
I'm
Probably
pretty
it could have been a
sure.
day.
Okay, they were down there for a day, and the passage of time wasn't that much on the outside
Well,
world.
it does make sense because didn't Stark when he did the time heist, they went through the quantum realm and was able to pinpoint where to go through the quantum realm to go.
Because the technology was better.
Yeah, so that's something that possibly could explain it. That the technology was, like you said, technology was
That's
better.
different.
They
They're
can
they're
pinpoint
not.
time.
But
They're
they use the
they're going
quantum.
through the quantum realm to go to a different time. They're not
Right.
staying in the quantum
Right,
realm.
Well,
but they
for years,
but they
or
use
days.
they use the blip blop technology to compensate,
The blip
and
blop,
therefore
yeah.
that's how they goose feathered the Johnson.
Well, the thing
And that's
is,
how it works.
you could
Do
tie.
you understand
you
now?
could tie it with like the ants.
Creamcast
Right?
went silent,
Wow.
but no,
I didn't
see,
go silent.
he's
I'm
still
right here.
quiet. Still can't hear. So I'll talk for my son instead.
You guys, can you guys hear me? Hello.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Still can't hear him.
Hello.
No,
Okay, now I can hear.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, that might be a Zoom thing.
that was
Okay, so the thing is oh yeah, it was a Zoom thing. For some reason, Zoom
Oh.
is acting up.
I thought it was an alpha move from Ed. That
Yeah, it was
just
alpha move.
quieted
Damn.
you.
Of course it is.
Wow.
Just quieted you.
Hey, you said it though, not me.
Damn.
Yeah,
You
wow.
said it.
Yeah,
I had
I
to
said
say
it.
You said
Yeah,
it was just an
that's
alpha
right. I had to
move. You
say
didn't
it.
say you were
Yeah.
alpha. But the thing is
Boom.
that
Makes the alpha to make an
at
alpha
the,
move.
at, the, at the end of the day, what makes
You
sense.
just erased it. You just undid it by mentioning that you're an alpha.
Anyways,
So moving on. The whole thing with the time thing, like with the ants went into 1,000 years. They went into a part of the quantum
makes
realm
no sense.
where
Yeah.
they went they saw 1,000 years in the 2 days
Yeah.
that they were down there for whatever reason. So
Did they go further into the quantum realm or something?
they somehow went into. So as they're going through that tunnel,
They
they
split.
like. They're
yeah,
going through the tunnel.
they were literally
They're
going a different
here.
route. Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
they diverged, and from what
That's what I'm saying. Like in the quantum, time and space are affected by the quantum realm, right? We know this, right?
But the thing is that they went to the same realm, and this is the part that doesn't make sense. They went to the same realm that Michelle Pfeiffer had been in, which then, if time moves slower in the quantum realm but moves faster in the real world, then reality, then them knowing who Michelle Pfeiffer is makes sense to an extent. However, but then when they went back to the real world, time should have been moving faster there. So that's
When
what I'm
did
saying.
they know who Michelle Pfeiffer is?
Because she was down there in the first place. So
Yeah,
she
but they
was-
never met her down there.
The ants had
yeah,
never
they
met
knew.
her
Yeah,
down there.
they knew her.
The people
Did
did.
they?
Yeah, because Bill Murray's character knew who she was.
Yeah, but
Oh,
the
she
ants,
knew
but the
who
ants
he
never
was.
knew her. I'm talking about the
The
ants.
ants didn't know
The
her.
ants didn't know. No, they didn't. Well,
Well, no.
They knew prior.
They knew prior. Prior generations of ants knew who she was and knew who Michael Douglas was.
Yeah, sure. I know. I think it's the same ants. I think they're.
It is the same
They
ants.
just lived
Yeah.
for 1,000 years.
Yeah, I think they literally say that they've like evolved themselves and
Yeah, they had great cities.
some Marvel bullshit going on there.
There were some.
Gee.
Yeah, there were some Marvel. Some rogue.
And that was some third act inclusion too with these ants. You know, like it was like they literally came out of left field. Literally
came out
like
of left field.
it
Great writing.
literally was a end game, like
Great writing.
like all the
To your
portals
left.
opening up.
To
Yeah,
your
yeah,
left.
to your left. I was like, oh, here come the ants. Like, and sure enough,
Which was, I mean, yes, because you forgot about the ants the whole fucking time. And then,
fucking-
you know, the entire, like, they made such a subtle ass, like, every time Michael Douglas would be like,
yeah,
what's going on? And we were just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, Is he just having get his hearing aid? Hearing aid.
Actually, you know what? I liked Michael Douglas in this movie. I forgot how good he was.
Oh yeah,
He
I
was
like
good.
him.
Yeah.
And he had
Yeah.
some good lines about like the relationship stuff, and
I think the acting wasn't bad. I think the
Mhm.
acting overall
good.
from most characters was good. It was just the plot just needed more. Like I wanted Kane to be very menacing. I wanted Kane to be like follow
Well,
through
we
with what
saw
you're
part
saying.
of it.
Stop doing this whole little and like actually kill somebody. Like Kane didn't really kill nobody until it came to nondescript characters. Like he killed the one fire guy with the fire head, whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's the menacing
Yes.
parts we saw. Like the majority of the time, he was like this cool, calculative villain. Very cool, very not soft spoken, but more like
He was
he got
intimidating.
his point across.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he was
deliberate.
definitely intimidating.
Very
Yeah.
deliberate when he
But we
spoke.
saw parts of the menacing part of him towards the end, which I did like. I think he was the best part of the movie,
I'm not gonna lie.
in my opinion.
I want Kane to fight like I want to see some Kane fighting the Avengers type shit.
I do.
I thought Jonathan Majors was an excellent Kane. It's just that we
I
didn't.
agree.
I just didn't feel like, and the brutality of Kane, like we saw at that last battle, like him just being a regular ass human, but he was just like a combat expert. Like I want to see him with his powers doing that type of shit. I mean, he's at a level where he is a spiritual successor to Doctor Doom, right? So I want to see him. Well, he is. That's not a. I know. I see you, Dark Side. I see you thinking. I know you're a Dark Side. I mean, Doctor Doom. Fanboy. Like,
He's a
was
stan.
yeah. Take off.
Who
That,
isn't really?
take off that girl, Doctor Doom. Let me give you. I'll give you the Doom. All right. I'll put the ooh in Doom. Like,
Wow.
we get it. Like Doctor Doom is your guy, but Kane is a spiritual successor to Doom. So, with that being said, I just wanted to see more brutality. That's all.
I did too.
I just don't think we got that. But I mean, really, how brutal can you get with Ant-Man? Like,
And with Marvel, like
I mean-
Well, I would have loved
major
to-
release.
I would have loved to see
Marvel.
like some kind of flashback or whatever of him fighting the Avengers. Like when he mentioned Thor.
Yeah, I was gonna say that when he mentions how he's killed Avengers before, and like I like that idea, but they don't really go anywhere with it. They didn't do anything.
I wanted to see something.
yeah, I want to see
I
something.
like
He
the
keeps mentioning
idea.
it. He keeps mentioning like, who are you again? Which one have I killed you before? Like,
He did say Ant-Man.
I don't think he said Ant-Man.
No, he said he was
thought
even in the
he thought he
trailer.
was
Oh
Thor.
no! Like after a while, he's like, I was like, oh
he
yeah,
remembers
I
him.
remember
Yeah,
you.
oh, sure. Yeah, he remembers him. But I'm saying like the initial when he was saying like, "Who are you again? Have I killed you before?" I was like, "Yo, that's some big dick ass fucking lines right there." Like you killed so many Avengers you don't remember. So like I said, that I wish we would have gotten more of that. I want to see the brutality of Kang.
And you know what? I
Mhm.
would wanted to see like we saw like his origin, like his kind of story in the quantum realm, who he gets there and he's been there for this whole time.
Mhm.
Like it feels like the same guy. Like I mean, he's there. He's been sitting there going like, I'm gonna get her, and then like there's no like he didn't get like or more dangerous. He didn't get more desperate. He didn't get more scary. He just was like it's the same guy. Just been sitting there literally waiting for you.
Yeah, I've been
He
sitting
built
here
a
30
big
years.
thing. Yeah. So I didn't see any kind of menacing evil from him. It was just not there. And I think a good actor. I just
Well-
think I can't tell if he is being
Limited.
directed.
Or-
Yeah, directed, or that's his interpretation. But it's just not working for me.
I thought it was great. I also
Well,
love I love it when the villain
One
actually
way to 100% know, especially with the allotted time, would be to give your blurries.
Shut up.
Shut the hell.
Ed,
You didn't watch the shit. Shut the. You have no say in this. Shut the
I'm
hell
trying
up.
to help Eduardo because
Oh,
my boy's got 3 minutes left, and I want to know what he thinks.
You don't want to care what he thinks.
Oh my
You
god,
don't
damn!
care, dude. You don't think. You don't. You don't. If you
Ed,
did, you'll
Ed,
call him an alpha.
it would be an alpha move for you to shut off the camera and walk away right now. Don't say a word.
and it would also be an alpha move to do what I want when I want during this
No.
time.
That's
Nope,
right.
Nope,
Exactly.
That's
nope,
right.
That's
Yeah.
not going to be
Boom.
it.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you.
Ed,
Boom.
do a meat
Ed,
spin. Meat spin. Ed.
Just
Huh?
drop your balls on Darkseid's forehead. Come on.
Yeah, go, drive
Do
to
it.
his
Right now.
house. Do it.
I don't want
Do
to
it.
knock on my conscience. So
Mm.
All right, so let's go.
Anyways.
Okay, let's do blurries for this. And what? So, since you have to leave soon, what what would you give Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania?
I took a day off to watch this movie. I had zero expectation for it. Accidentally saw it in 3D. Glad I did see it in 3D. The acting was good from everyone. My favorite was Jonathan Majors as Kane.
Mhm.
Plot, I believe, was lacking. I wanted to see more. Not what I wanted for a phase 5 introduction. So I had to give this a 6.5 blurries.
Six
Damn.
and a half.
I
Wow.
wanted to give more because I do like Jonathan Majors as Kane. I was rooting for him more than anyone else in the movie.
Hell yeah! Like who? I'm honestly, who gives a fuck about Paul Rudd on this at this point? Like
Well,
if
no, in past movies I rooted for him, but in this movie,
nah, you have to go for Kang. Kang was an
yeah,
infinitely cooler character.
Mm.
yes, that's my blurries.
All right, 6.5. All right, Dark Side.
Mhm.
What would you give it?
5.
5. Wow.
Dang,
That's
Mhm.
hey, that's average. Not bad.
You know what? Yeah. See, here's the thing. What did I give Thor: Love and Thunder? I probably gave it
Probably like a
like a
4.
It
7.
wasn't favorable.
No,
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 you did not
no.
give it a 7. No.
I think I might have given it a
No, that's
7
what I'm
or
saying. It was not favorable.
it was
Yeah.
not favorable, but this is a better movie than
10
that.
minus. It's about 10 minus 7. You gave it a 3. There's no way you gave it a 7.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like I'm more lenient. I was at the time, I was more lenient. Now I'm a hard ass.
Oh well. Whoa.
Five,
Whoa.
five,
Be careful, big
five
fella.
and a, 5.5.
5 and a. Oh my goodness. Yo,
Just made up a little bit of room
this is
there.
the dark side of dark side. Holy
Don't mess
shit.
with me.
Apparently, like, damn, dude, calm down, calm down. You know, for our viewers, you know, you were wearing all red
Mhm.
earlier. You had a red hat, red
Mhm.
shirt. We're definitely
He
seeing
kept asking if we were from Bompton. I don't know
Bompton.
why.
Yeah, he was like, "What up, blood?" And it's
Yep.
just he's turned gangster on us. So very
True.
dangerous guy.
True.
Okay, so 5.5. We got
Yep.
I think Ed on the Ground gave it a 6.5.
Yep.
I would give it a 7. I thought this was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I thought that some of the jokes were pretty on point. The humor was pretty on point. I did like seeing like the whole like at the very end, Paul Rudd's like, "Holy shit!" It's like, "What did Kang say to me?" Oh my goodness! Did I just start the whole
I
Kang
didn't
dynasty?
like that.
I liked
I,
it, and then he was
didn't
like,
like.
"It's probably not gonna happen." You know, I mean, let's be realistic. That's probably what most people would do. Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
did I just fuck this whole thing up? Did I actually, destroy the all the timelines? And if it happens, it happens.
I do like that he does have that, and then he's like, nah. Like he's trying to rationalize.
Rationalize it,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. That part was okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty
But
funny.
I don't know, it just never and the movie ended in like just a hard cut from that, right? Like him just being like, it's everything's probably fine.
Yeah,
And then it ends.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It pretty much, yeah, it went from just pretty much a hard cut. So
Mhm.
it is what it is. I like that more than what we saw in what was it, Doctor Strange, where he's walking around and then the third eye activates. He's like,
Oh
ah,
right, yeah.
that was really stupid. So I actually like that kind of cut. Like, if you're not gonna do anything really like to progress the story, then just cut it at this point.
Mhm.
Like we don't need to do anything more. So, but yeah, like I
All
said,
right.
Ant-Man it was good. I think we're all in the same agreement. It was average to good. It wasn't great.
I would say it was very average for me.
Okay, I mean, well, if it's
Hard
so average, why don't you do your
credit.
own? Why don't you don't do your own movie? Why don't you make a
Maybe I
Marvel?
will. Maybe I
Okay,
will.
we'll
It'll be
see.
alpha as hell. Maybe I will.
It'll be what?
Alpha as hell.
Alpha?
Well,
Oh
unfortunately
man.
for you, someone who would say they're alpha is not really an alpha, apparently. So hey,
Sure.
That's
Hey,
true.
he
That's
got you.
true.
You know. Hey,
That's true.
Aunt Jemima,
I
she just
and I
told you.
all I said it was as alpha
oh,
as hell.
As hell. So he's not claiming that he is alpha. He's saying
No.
it just would be an alpha move if he did something like that.
but isn't someone who does alpha moves, aren't they alpha? But if they
Not
say they're alpha,
necessarily. Not necessarily.
Necessarily,
Not
no. I mean,
necessarily.
hey, you could do an alpha move and be beta as hell. Ed. So,
Yep.
um,
thankfully I'm not like that.
no,
So
you're top G, dude. You're top G.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
you're our top G.
You're our
You
top
said it,
G.
not me.
Now
Like,
you got to get out of here because you're getting a call, I believe, very soon. You got to free yourself up. So,
Trying
Yeah.
to do something before I leave.
yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
go grab the love of my life. I'll be home
Mhm.
soon. I'll come home with the milk.
hmm
That makes no sense. But all right, for those who are listening, I must skedaddle for now because your boy has to take care of responsibilities. But I will be back pretty soon,
That's a
as
weird thing
always.
to call certain people, but I
Mhm.
call it that too.
That makes no
I
sense.
said that's my responsibility. Yeah, girl, my responsibility. I gotta take care of that responsibility, baby.
Take
But I
care of that
must
ace.
bid you adieu for now. So goodbye and good night, baby.
Yeah. Hey, so
Boom.
even though
If
you're
you're
gonna
a
be
Kenny
gone,
Omega fan, you know what I'm talking about. But
if you're gone,
Nobody knows.
no one cares. Just go ahead and jump on twitch.tv/ the Blur Podcast and listen to us because we're gonna probably be talking about you. Awesome.
hmm
All right.
Indeed.
So now that Ed's gone, wow, what a
And you probably screwed up the.
I think he did. I saw everything shift around.
Yeah, who am I now?
oh no,
'Cause-
he's still there. So no, I remember I told him
No,
to
the position.
no, everything's
Yeah.
fine. He's still
Everything-
there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
he took care of it.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
man.
hey, stop having, stop downing our
I
boy.
wanted to be. I wanted to be the Green Tuner. Damn.
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 Yeah, no, that would have been crazy. Nah, you
Yeah.
did the right thing. But now that Ed's
Yeah.
gone, what a bitch.
Yeah, he's a
Who-
beta. He's a beta bitch.
Beta bitch, like not even
Yes.
alpha like the rest of us. Like
Yeah,
we're the
yeah.
true alphas.
I can still hear you.
Oh,
as
shit.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
shit.
Damn.
sorry.
Sorry.
Unexpected.
My bad.
Unexpected.
All right, so on other news, so now
I
that we
do
Huh?
remember him getting the crazy woman that we'll refer to, our old
Mhm.
friend. I do remember him being dipped when they were making out. like
Dipped.
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 those-
No,
yeah,
no,
he
no.
was-
I know.
Oh, which one,
They
like
were-
dipped, like
Yeah.
yeah, they were in his
Dipped.
car. I pulled
Yes.
them next to them.
Oh,
They didn't know it was
I was
there.
with you. I was with you.
Oh
my
yeah, Darkseid was.
I was
me.
with you. No.
She-
It was a full
Okay.
mount. It
Yes,
was a full
mount.
mount.
Wow.
It was full mount.
She's
Biceps were twitching.
crazy.
Yeah.
And-
She's strong.
Hold on, before I go.
Oh,
He called me twice from two different numbers.
While you've been on the
You had
podcast.
to
Just
go.
now?
Yes.
So
All
while we've been on the podcast, she's called you twice.
Yes.
you're killing it, Ed. Right now, you're
Yeah,
killing
From
it.
dude,
two different numbers.
you're alpha
So
as
I
fuck,
put my
dude.
phone on do not disturb while I'm on the pod. I look at it, I get two voicemails from two different numbers.
Dude, why are you so fucking
Good.
alpha, man?
Clearly, she knows.
Hey,
Clearly,
yeah,
she
I
knows.
am what I am. But
He's the alpha.
I must bid you
True
adieu.
alpha.
All right.
So goodbye and good night.
Good. Yeah. All right. So back what we're saying.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a
Darkseid, please
baby
explain
bitch.
the horror
Bitch.
that we witnessed.
Little baby back bitch. All right, go ahead. Tell us the story
Yeah,
about
He's
him
a
getting
big
dipped.
old bitch.
No, she was just we pulled up next to them in the car, and she was full on mounted onto. He was in the passenger seat, and she was full mount on top of him, and I don't know if he was conscious. I don't know if he was breathing. I mean,
We don't know.
like,
Why
Yeah.
do all the work when someone else can do it for
What
you?
the hell?
Ed,
You have
go.
to
When are
leave.
you
Just
leaving,
go.
man? Go.
We have to tell
I'm
one.
putting on my coat.
We have to tell the one-sided stories since you're
It
not
was
here.
Violent.
It
Is
was
all
a-
I'm saying.
Oh,
We
my
don't
gosh.
even know if there was consent. All right?
No,
Wow.
it definitely
He had
looked. Yeah, it
The
definitely
look
looked
of like a
non-con for
deer
sure.
as it's getting mauled by a tigress.
Yes, as the
Yeah.
meat, she was the tigress, and just
Yeah.
Taking them to pound
I
town.
definitely,
No, I was
Some-
Cain and I was conquering.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it
sure.
definitely looked like an assault was happening, and you wanted
It
to
did.
open up the door, be like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing to that chick?" And be like,
Exactly.
"Oh, Ed, hey, what's up?"
What's that French movie with the horrible opening scene?
Horrible. Oh, irreversible.
Irreversible.
yeah,
It was our
it was
irreversible.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
exactly. Irreversible in reverse.
Well, I mean,
that's terrible.
yeah, I mean, let's not clown our boy too hard. He can't defend himself right now, and granted, he
fuck
couldn't
this
defend him.
bitch.
He couldn't defend himself back then either. So,
I'm just saying, like Darkseid said, fucking, with Stephanie's like, what's it called? What's it called? Lineman, shore lineman grip. with that
Yeah.
strength of 1,000 men, just held him down. To
She did. Yeah, she was super feisty. And I remember she wanted to fight people. She thought that she was like, even though she was like a pound, like a buck 10, soaking wet.
Yeah,
She thought she could take everybody on.
yeah.
But she did have guns though. I don't know if she ever worked out, but she had guns.
Yeah, she worked out all the time.
Oh, she did.
She told us.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, she used to wear like very form fitting stuff, like form fitting jeans. Like she had a small shirt, so it was just like there was nothing to the imagination as far as like her muscles. Like she was jacked, and it was just
She
like
was jacked as fuck.
yeah. I used to be. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I used to be afraid for the Ed Underground because sometimes I'm not gonna lie. He would be driving off, and I would look in the rearview mirror, and it looked like he was looking back for like us to help him, but it would be like hey, you're grown, man. Like you can take care of this. But there would be times where I'd be like, I don't know if I should just follow them to make sure he's okay, or do I need to be like, Ed, dial, what, like, you ever see those videos where it's like somebody will be like, their back is turned.
The signal?
Yeah, the signal. Yeah.
I forgot the signal.
Yeah, like they need help. And it's just like, okay. Like, I don't know what to do. Like,
I definitely, I believed one day we would see Ed coming like to the place we hung out with as a group in like shades one day. And be like, hey Ed, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, I fell.
I fell, guys.
It's like, damn, how many times you fall?
Yeah, well, the relationship was like, have you ever hear about those bars? They'd be like, angel shots. Like, do you need an angel shot? The bartender would definitely have given Ed the angel shot and been like, do you need an angel shot? Is that woman bothering you? And it's like, no, that's my girlfriend. I love her very much. Like she was abusive, man. She's still abusive to this day. 10 years later, still.
Yeah, look at our poor boy. He has the fucking look in fear at his phone every time he gets a missed call.
Yeah, like I literally look at my phone. Like someone calls me, I'm not sitting there like, oh God, hope it's not someone calling me. Like I feel for him. I really, really do.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I'm hoping that we wish him recovery, that he gets the help that he needs, and at the end of this podcast, we will have a 1-800 for abuse victims because our boy's getting abused. He is he's not in a good spot right now, and I really do worry about him because 70.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I thought you had to leave. Why don't you just go?
Putting on my shoes and my coat.
How long does that take?
Well, I had to find my shoes first and make sure it wasn't, the ones that
It's 10:40, man. You're gonna be late to pick up.
I am about to go now, but I just wanted to say, why so serious?
Can you mute this?
See, I'm an agent of chaos, and the only alpha here is clearly not her and clearly none of you. But until
Ed
next
points
time,
to his asshole. You want to know how I got these scars?
You want to know how I got these scars? Well, it isn't from her.
Such a love. Is this?
I just wanted to say that you are just hating on my man here, Ed. You see, he is the true alpha.
Oh my God, this is just adding minutes to the wait time for the poor person. That
Oh no, I'm about to go now.
Yeah,
I'm about to go.
The person he has to go get, she's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I guarantee it.
Meanwhile, Ed's like an idiot over here. He goes the Joker voice.
Okay, make sure you drive safely, Ed. Don't get into a wreck trying to make up for lost time.
Oh, I'm not.
For God's sake, please don't go near any bodies of water.
Oh no, I won't.
That's all, because it is kind of late right now.
No,
it's raining too.
Oh,
Jesus.
It always rings in Gotham. Anyway,
I thought you were leaving.
What a great line.
Now.
Okay,
you see, I'm an agent of chaos.
Yeah, you said that. Remember the Joker kept saying that he's an agent of chaos?
I love that part of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
It's very memorable.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say you all are hating because you only wish there was some girl that would constantly call and text and whatnot.
Well, if Joker says
Here
it,
we
it's
are.
got to be true.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, I wasn't
Oh,
doubting.
but
Well,
Ant-Man
no, listen.
sucks.
No,
Could have been
no, dude.
better.
That girl is
Xbox
Joker. You're
rules.
Harley Quinn.
Watch the Ed
Okay, you
Underground
are
because
not the Joker.
he has
She's the
good
Joker.
content. Suck it.
All right.
All right, there's the
All right,
Joker,
well,
guys.
That was a Joker, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
was
watch him jump back in
Noted
again. It's like,
criminal.
oh, I'm putting on my
hey guys.
gloves or something.
No, he's gonna be
stupid.
like, hey guys, I don't know what happened. My friend Joker took over. This is me, the Ed Underground. Like, okay. No, that was actually, you know what? I gotta give Ed credit. He does do the best Joker of anybody that I've known, other than Heath Ledger. I mean, there's literally Heath Ledger, then there's Ed Underground, then Jack Nicholson, and then the list just goes down from there. So
He
Yeah.
may do a good impression, but I can't tell. I cannot tell because he bombarded me for years with
Yes.
that stupid voice.
Yes.
So every time I hear it, I hate it. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
No, like I remember with my wife. So for our viewers, we've had and our listeners, we have like phone messages on like different social media apps, whatever, and the Ed Underground will sit here and do the Joker voice for minutes and minutes per voice
Multiple
message,
messages.
multiple
Yeah.
messages doing the Joker voice. And I remember I hear my let my wife listen to that. She's like, what the fuck's wrong with him? She thought he had like some like a venereal disease in his throat. She's like, yo, is he okay? I'm like, no, that's just Ed doing the Joker. She was like, ah, I can't see it. And I was like, well, Ed swears he's world class, Heath Ledger Joker. But yeah, she really thought something was wrong with Ed when he was doing that. And then when she heard the first minute and the third minute, she's like, yo, is he really doing this for the entire time? I'm like, yes, that's what Ed does. He loves talking in the Joker voice. So, but neither here nor there. Yeah. Anyhow. All right, so let's move it on real quick. We got some other quick topics maybe we can discuss. So, Darkseid, this is more for you. Did you see that your Metroid Prime remastered? Did you see what score it got?
No, I didn't.
Perfect 10 out of 10.
Tens out of tens.
Tens
Damn.
out of tens. So I'm actually surprised by this. Like, we've had like in the past, Nintendo. I would say Nintendo does a decent job on their major franchises when they do remasters.
They do a great job.
Yeah, the one I can remember, like off the top of my head, was Ocarina of Time remaster that they did for the GameCube. Absolutely phenomenal, great remaster. It was not a remaster; it was like an HD upgrade. Really good. So the fact that they did that, I know that you are a huge Metroid fan, and like I guess with this remaster, is that kind of solidified for you that you're actually going to get it, or are you just going to pass this by?
Well, I do get. I already got it.
Oh
Okay.
wait, you bought it like sight unseen, like pre-ordered it?
Yeah, no, it was available that day, so I
It
just
was?
got it.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know it was. I thought it
it was
was.
available. It was available day one. It was available at announcement
Oh,
during
I
the
didn't realize
direct.
that. Okay, okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, we've been waiting for this game forever. So, it's a remake of a really great game, right? So how much worse could they make it? Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a pretty much a sure bet that the game would be good, right?
Sure.
And everything,
Not all remakes are good.
not all remakes are good, true, but
Don't
I
you remember
mean,
Grand Theft Auto? That shit show when they remastered all
true,
the
yeah.
classics.
But I think that was pretty obvious when,
Or
like,
Warcraft
that was
too.
that was striking. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as that came out, people were like pointing out how bad it was. Whereas this, you only heard pretty much good word of mouth about it
Sure.
before, and I didn't see the reviews, but it's good to hear that they're tens. But I don't know if I would. It's a remake, so I don't know if you can, I guess it's a perfect remake or a perfect. It's not a remake. What is it? It's a
Remaster.
rebuild.
Yeah,
remaster. So no, that's cool. That's cool. I hope this incentivizes Nintendo to get the rest of the Prime trilogy out there, and then that elusive 4. What
Yeah,
the I'm pretty sure they probably these review sites just give it tens just to incite a reaction
The
from
4.
Nintendo.
yeah, you get 4.
Just the 4. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, this game looks pretty good. It might scratch the itch that everyone wants.
Sure.
How much better can 4 be? That's the question.
That's a
Switch,
question.
like, Switch really doesn't have a. It would be amazing if Nintendo Switch ended its life cycle without Metroid Prime 4. It would be amazing if that happened.
That would
Uh,
be a huge disappointment for a lot of people
it would be an
because
amazing disappointment. What a way to like announce it in the beginning and never deliver it. And then but you know what? It would be like one of those things where like they could do a Breath of the Wild where it could be a launch game for the next system
sure.
and a sunsetting game for the Switch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Like
that's
they
a
could
fair point.
deliver it in the very end. If I was Nintendo, if I was Mr. Nintendo, that's what I would do. It seems like a good fitting end. But like I see that's the thing. I don't know if it's like here's the thing. When you think of Metroid Prime,
Hmm.
is graphical fidelity what you think of, or is it the gameplay? Or is it the levels? Is it the enemies? What do you think of? What drives that series?
Gameplay, 100%.
Gameplay.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. It's gameplay. So they could do it with the Switch. They don't necessarily need that horsepower, but they could probably have a really stunning next gen game if they wanted to, right off the bat. So
sure. Yeah,
um
no, I
yeah.
agree. I agree with that. Now, I mean, they can. I mean, with and this is kind of a piggyback off of this. Call of Duty, Microsoft has agreed to a 10-year contract with Nintendo for Call of Duty. I mean, everybody knows that Call of Duty is definitely probably one of the more graphically extensive games that's going to
Mhm.
be out on the Switch. So the
Yeah,
fact that,
boy.
huh?
Say yeah, boy.
Yeah, like I'm ready to get my Doritos and my
You gotta get my
monsters.
pull out. Let me get my Warzone going. Let me grab my Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. You know how the hardcores do it
Yeah,
these
you know,
days.
They love playing it on the Switch.
Switch,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Ding.
yeah, you see, like,
Yeah.
hey, like, let's get the boys together. Hey, boys, let's get our switches together and we just play.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah, let
nobody.
me get the VR chat going, guys. All right, hey
Yeah,
guys,
right.
go left, go left.
Like, hey guys, my Joy-Con, my Joy-Cons went out, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I got to plug it in back into
Oh,
my
shit.
Switch.
Can someone please send me back their 20-digit
Nintendo
invites so I can
yeah.
type it in one
Yeah.
by one?
Guys, I need your
Your friend
Nintendo
code.
ID. Yeah, please.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
yeah, no, I mean this. The fact that it's going to be on Switch is impressive. I can see. I don't know why Microsoft is preemptively doing this deal because they're assuming that it's going to go through, which is amazing in of itself. Cool. Um, it's just very interesting. What you like you said before, it's gameplay. Switch is not known for its graphical fidelity. Is not being PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X in the graphics department. So it's really the gameplay. So with Metroid Prime 4, I want to see gameplay. Do I want good graphics? Absolutely, but I'm not here for the graphics. I'm not here to have top-notch PS5 graphics. I want good gameplay. Same thing with
Mhm.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty is an amazing game. We know that as long as they keep the frame rate up and keep the action going, graphics can take a hit. I mean, we kind of saw that with Doom Eternal. Took a graphics hit, but it still played relatively fine. So I think that's what all Nintendo really needs. So hopefully Nintendo kicks it up a notch. And we get our Metroid Prime 4. Severely, really, really looking to that. The Ed Underground on a remote undisclosed location asks, is it going to be a cloud game? No idea. No idea if it's going to be a cloud game. I don't think they said.
I don't think cloud technology is up to the point right now, is it?
It is. There's the cloud technology is there.
Really,
Like,
with like fidelity, especially
I
for like a
Fidelity.
shooter.
I don't know.
depends where you are, right? I mean, like in Japan, can't they keep
Yeah,
up
but
with that?
Japan is because the country's smaller, way smaller. That's why they get such high.
That's why I'm
What's it
saying,
called?
like,
Yeah,
so I think they
but
can
like
do that regionally.
it can do originally, but again, the U.S. its main market, especially for shooters, right? Uh,
Mhm.
it's such a large expanse. It's
Mhm.
really hard to do cloud gaming.
And then you also got to
Yeah.
remember too with cloud gaming, like everybody wants to like I wish that Underground was here to talk
Mhm.
about this because he says the craziest shit all the time. He'd be like,
I tried the
"Oh,
cloud gaming, and there's like stuttering and everything. It's not like smooth. It's not a smooth
But have you
experience.
played it on the X though? X
the
Cloud.
Xbox, yeah, the true
Yeah,
diehard Xbox fan over here."
on the Xbox, I played on the Xbox. It's
No,
not
you
that
didn't.
smooth.
What I was saying
All
is
right.
that the networking for cloud gaming is, especially when you're doing multiplayer,
Mhm.
um, it, for networking wise, is very complicated. It's not just a simple like, hey, I'm playing the cloud and so forth. I mean, you got internet connection, the network that is on. You have the database. Can the database handle the certain throughput that you
Right.
need to play seamlessly? And the thing is like yeah, like the Ed Underground always says like, oh, you got fiber. Oh, that means that you can do everything. And it's like,
Mhm.
no.
That's just download though. It's not
Well, upload too.
upload, right?
Well, it's download,
Yeah.
upload. Now, yeah, I get like
Hmm.
900 download, 800 upload. The thing is that
Ooh,
it
are you
doesn't.
serious? Damn.
Yeah. So the thing is that but it's not just download and upload. Once again, you have to go to the server. So the server, if you could have 1,000, a 1 gig connection, but the server only allows for a 5 gig connection. I mean, a 5 megabyte connection out of it. It doesn't matter how fast your internet is or what the throughput is. You're still getting a trickle coming back from that server. So think of
And
it like
then don't don't you also have to be hoping that the other people have like good connections?
yeah,
One of them just has like the 8, or the 16 meg cable service.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But you're rocking the T1.
Exactly. But and the good thing is, like with the live games, you don't need a massive connection. So you don't need a 1 gigabyte connection to play most games. You could have like I think for most games you only need um like maybe like 5 megabytes, 10 megabytes to play online for most games. So you don't need a constant like saying like a 500 gig or a 500 megabyte connection to play games. That amount of throughput from your local network out to that server is not the biggest thing, but it's more on from that server how much throughput can it handle. You got latency coming in from your side, latency on their side. You have the back and forth, the time it takes to get there, the actual capacity of the servers. There's a lot of things that go into it. So while cloud gaming is really good for like single players, sure, you could do it for single player. For multiplayer, it is a little bit more complicated. And um,
Yeah.
even with like I said, with these areas that have great connections, like I said, I have great internet for America, 1 gigabyte speeds, nothing to scoff at. But there's other parts of the world that have more, but that doesn't matter, especially if the servers, like if you're connecting, like mostly for a lot of games, they have servers in different geographical areas, like East Coast and West Coast. So like the actual latency in between the two areas is not that great, or it's not that bad. But then like if you then playing like on Japan, that's a longer distance it has to go through. There's a lot more latency. So there's a lot of things that go into this, and I'm just hoping that ultimately, I do want cloud gaming to be a thing, but I think with just the world in general, people like having physical hardware that they own, that they have in their house. They can't be told what to do, or if price hikes go up, they don't have to worry about having that um worry about those costs, because now you have the physical system in your house. And it's not dependent on external services like Microsoft and whatnot. So cloud gaming, while it's a great thing, I mean I don't think it's gonna be a thing for a very long time. Um, if the Switch Nintendo does it, great. I don't see them doing it, but they might do it for Call of Duty. If they do, that will help out the Switch a lot. But I don't see it happening. I'm assuming that you're probably gonna have to actually download the game and play it on your Switch with your Joy Cons. So I feel like it's just weird. I don't see Switch being a Call of Duty platform, but to each their own.
Yeah, it seems weird.
Yeah. So I mean, imagine 5-year-old Timmy trying to play Splatoon and gets on Call of Duty and gets called every name under the book in a Call of Duty lobby. Have to think 99% of things we can't say on here. So
Yeah,
I feel
I
like that's
don't
Mhm.
think
interesting.
it might not be so much as Call of Duty, but like Activision or Microsoft that is because this is their response to the Sony um the,
Lawsuit.
the lawsuit, right?
Right.
They want to show that they can um
Be good stewards.
that they'll be fair with everyone. So I agree with you. I don't think Call of Duty is something that appeals to Nintendo players, but there's a lot of other content that would translate really well to Switch. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the headline is Call of Duty, but the actual the treasures, whatever else will get there.
Yeah, no, that's a good point too. I hope that that's the case. We'll see what happens. But like I said, the Call of Duty thing kind of got me by surprise. So
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, I think this was a pretty slow news week overall for outside of Quantumania.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think this is probably one of the first weeks we'll actually be done a little earlier than usual.
Right on. All right, who's gonna do the honors?
No takers.
Oh,
Okay, fine.
I can do it, but I'm gonna fuck it up.
Okay, go
So-
ahead. You know what? Let's spread
All
the
right.
spread the wealth. Let's go
All right,
ahead
let's
and do
do
it.
it. Let's do it. What is it?
none of us are as alpha as
This
that. So
has
yeah.
been episode 76 of the Blurred Podcast. You can catch us on all the socials because I'm too lazy and forgetful to remember.
Mm.
Wow. Was that it?
You know what?
That's it.
The
Precise and
I'm the same way. I don't even know what the hell we're on.
okay, fine.
Is this Kick? Are we on Kick?
We're on Kick.
Mm.
Actually,
Oh.
No,
we're
we're on Chatterbait.
no.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
guys, we're on
Mhm.
Rumble. The complete alt right platform. We are on
Nice.
Rumble, making
Nice.
things happen.
Mhm.
Do you guys want me to do it?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
go for it.
No.
Ed's already talking shit in the
Yeah. No,
chat.
he's already talking shit. All right, so let's see. Let's all give it a shot. Darkside, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, sure. This has
Okay,
been
let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's
all
see.
right, guys. It's been episode 76 of the Blurred Podcast. You can catch us all over the socials, and we'll see you later. Blur you later.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, hold on. Can I channel N?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ahoy, hoy, hoy. This is
I can't tell the difference. It sounds so realistic. And underground.
Let's do it. Let's do it in our Joker impressions.
Okay, you want to do Joker? Let's do Joker
Yeah,
impressions.
yeah.
And
Okay.
here we go. What the
Oh
fuck?
man, that sounded so good in the
That's-
beginning.
Yeah.
I thought he cut into the feed or something.
Yeah. Man, it sounded really, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. Okay, Darkside, you give it a shot. You give it a shot.
All right, let's hear.
This has been up. I don't even know how he sounds. So I can't even remember how he sounds. All right, yeah. You know
Okay,
what? You
okay.
go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
let
You
me see.
guys do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm channeling my
Mhm.
inner not anchor. My inner Joker.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
I'm gonna hurt you. Really. Really. There we go. I think that's perfect. I think that was good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty damn good.
I'm sorry.
That
Oh,
is pretty damn
okay.
good.
I can't do it. See, Ed has the high pitch
Did
voice.
Jared Leto not have
Letter.
an accent? Letter.
Did
Did he
Jared
not?
Leto?
Yeah, I don't think he. No, legitimately,
No.
I don't think he had like his own spin on it.
Yeah, he
just
really
the laugh.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to think of like I really wanted to do an Jared Leto, but I couldn't.
We have to watch Snyderverse again. And
Yeah.
to see what his voice was in that little nightmare scene.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. Okay.
yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna try to do Heath Ledger. All right, Heath Ledger, come all over me. Let me feel your essence.
Mm.
All right. I can't do it. I can't do it. Fuck it. I'm not. I can't do it. I can't do it. I
Let
can
me
do it
see.
probably. Let me see.
All right.
It's not good.
Heath Ledger. Drugs.
Drugs.
Alcohol. Drugs. Okay.
Alpha.
I'm getting to it. Alpha.
Alpha.
Patedo.
Oh, that's the real.
Oh, he's deep in there.
Well. Please liberate us from oppression, from depression, from succession, from carnation, from everything around the nation.
That's actually pretty good. That's actually more Jack Nicholson vibes. Like,
all right.
I can't.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's all you got. Ladies,
My head is hurting. My head is hurting.
My cheeks are burning right now from laughing.
Again, what's happening to everyone here is we're losing wrinkles in our brain matter.
Yeah. This is literally what happens.
Hey,
Okay.
all right. After this, do you guys want to get together on another Zoom call and listen to Linkin Park?
Yeah,
just
I won't go to my dark
chill out and listen to Linkin Park.
I don't forfeit the game
and admire old ass Scion TCs online together.
Okay. I think I got it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Blur Podcast.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. I was talking to the Ed Underground, and I was like, "Why so serious?"
Oh damn, Ed, you got a competition here, bud.
Yeah. So I was walking around Gotham to see everybody going crazy. Like, why are they acting so crazy? Then I realized it was the Bade Doe. And I was wondering, why so serious? And then I looked at her forehead and I said, do you want to know how you got all those scars?
Oh, damn.
I went to the Ed Underground's house. I said, why so serious? But I was looking at the Ed Underground and I was like, well, I got a surprise for you. I went to his mother's bedroom. And I said, why so serious? She was like, oh my God. I said, I forget. I can't. I'm losing. I can't. I'm trying to. I feel like I had it.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. I was gonna do like a killing joke type of thing, but I was like, that's too far.
Yeah, that was bad.
That would have been bad. And because I like the part where he's like, about how he's like losing his mind and blah blah blah. So, but I forgot what he said in the Killing Joke. I was gonna do the Heath Ledger, but I think I did a pretty good Joker just now.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I think I need to practice it more. You saw I was closing my eyes. I was really channeling it.
Yeah, you were channeling it.
Yeah, I was really channeling the alpha Joker. So I feel like I feel like I was there. Anyway, guys. All right. There was another thing I was gonna be like, let's do voices on, but I totally forgot what it was.
Which one?
I forgot what it was now.
He does another voice?
No, it was gonna be something similar to it, but I forgot at this point. Anywho, all right. Any last words before we get out of here?
No.
All right. I was gonna say, we're gonna do the outro, and I think you guys both did the outro, and so I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the outro. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 76 of the Blur Podcast. You can find us on all major platforms and streaming live on twitch.tv/the Blur Podcast on Wednesdays now at, we're going to say, gentlemen, around
8:30
Central.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, catch us on live. If you can't catch us on live, you can catch us on YouTube at the Blur Podcast. And also, like I said before, on all major streaming platforms. Until next time, blur you later, baby.
Damn, that was pretty professional.
It was pretty professional.
Blur you later.
Blur you later, guys.